since Will is not here this session, but we do have Mr. Yusef back. Have you read the recap, Joe?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Would anyone have anything to add to that, other than the fact that the midwife mind-controlled Glaive and used Glaive to nearly murder Odysseus?
I'm glad you brought that back up.
Ram.
Oh, right, okay, that's what it meant.
Yeah, ram 2 power blades right up my ass. And by that I mean right through my back and down my front. It was painful. Very painful.
Why? What was the context?
He was mind-controlled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Negus.
Glaive quickly just went, why did no one fucking say there were witches?
Fuck you!
We begin again with the great doors of the Sanctus IV oxygen refinery slamming open with the emergency signal being pulsed through it by Kryza. We see the Gene Stealer cultists, you presume, which are dropping the tasks that they were assigned to, the scrap metal that they were clearing from this large room, and backing away from you all as this Gene Stealer hybrid above looks down from her balcony, points a large bolt gun at you all, and just calls out, "Welcome to Sanctuary!"
Rip off.
What would you like to do?
Watch The Walking Dead.
Never watched The Walking Dead, so this is even funner for me.
Oh, come on. It's more Borderlands.
It is also Borderlands-y, I guess.
How far away is she, Nathan?
She is approximately, let me just check the range of her bolt gun.
Is she within range?
She is approximately 20 meters away.
I have a sniper rifle. She's absolutely within range.
Do you have a sniper rifle? Yes, you do. In that case, if you have a sniper rifle, then we are going to be engaging in initiative time.
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry. Well, no, you're right. So it's going to be you guys first, followed by her. And also the rest of the Gene Stealers.
I thought they were running away.
They were backing up. That does not mean that they are gone.
I assume I'm topside. Otherwise, it's going to be really awkward. Me just falling out of the bin, going, "Wait, what
you are next to everybody else." Yes.
God.
Oh shit. Sorry, I was doing a sponsored silence for hungry kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you know that Kamal has to walk 15 clicks every day just for a single shot of Promethean?
Yes, and if you send a throne a week, so with one throne a week, we will send you the hollow disc. It's fucking hilarious.
Indeed.
If you have any sense, you put your weapons down. Shout up to Nathan.
I'm sorry. Sorry, that's a Gene Stealer.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
What?
It's
I didn't hear you. What?
a Gene Stealer.
Virgin W.
What are you doing?
They kind of have us outnumbered, and I'd rather not have them fire first.
You're an angel. What have you got to fear?
I currently have 2 gaping holes in my back. I do not know what you're expecting right now.
You've got no wins.
You're literally an angel. What's wrong?
I have one.
Do you think anybody else could survive that?
You see that she is
If you leave, I'm fucking leaving.
she very much has a very itchy trigger finger right now, and she is pointing that shit at you. I think probably going to be sizing up the biggest threat in the room. It is probably going to be pointed at you, Odysseus.
Is she okay? Has she taken a shot yet?
She has not yet. She has not yet taken a shot. So she seems to be like holding her fire at the moment, as the rest of these cultists back away from you. Just to set the scene again, we saw that there is a large furnace in the center of the room, into which you see a bunch of bodies that have either been thrown in very recently or are in the process of being thrown in, which seem to have been dropped by these cultists.
On a quick assessment as I draw in my weapons, how many of them are there?
In this room currently, there is at least 30. All of which seem to be...
Wow.
all of which seem to be quite close to base human.
And is the furnace gas powered or is it solid?
It looks to be powered
Solid
by
fuel.
some form of unknown ancient archaeotech. It just seems to be centered in the center of the room and just heats the area, presumably. These monsters are thrown in
GM.
at the front. Yes.
From first glance, the bodies in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
are they gangers, manufactorum workers? Are they nobles?
They are
hierarchy?
gene stealers. They are.
They're all gene
They
stealers
are.
themselves.
They are members of the cult who are more mutated, more visibly mutated in every way.
I take it we're all openly thingy exposed.
Oh yeah.
You are at this current moment exposed. However, you do still have that wall which Odysseus partially destroyed behind you, which you can still jump behind for cover, as well as the grating below you that you can also jump into again.
I just vocalize, glorious people of the Imperium, we come to seek sanctuary.
I fucking switched my lasgun to full auto and I spray it into the gene stealers, Nathan.
Okay.
You
So-
remember what happened the last time, though?
What happened last time?
These people are trying to become detached from the hive mind.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. They're gene stealers.
Hey, that's as good an excuse as anything.
I'm so dead.
but
Fuck.
pick your
Kryza
battles. There's
is
30 of them.
opening fire.
Yeah.
There's 30 of them. Pick your battles. God damn it.
Oh yeah, and I've got a lasgun with full auto. I'm just putting it on full auto and I'm spraying
Okay.
it into the crowd
You
like I'm
right.
like I'm a Las Vegas concert.
No.
No gothic.
No, like you're a Las Vegas concert and you managed to carry up 15 different weapons and like 600 pounds of ammunition by yourself in a single night, and it all came from
Yes.
17 different windows.
I'm putting this into full auto. So
Love
I
it.
can use the roll to let me hit multiple targets.
100%.
And I'm spraying it into them all.
Fantastic.
It's like, people of Sanctuary, we come to spread the Emperor's word.
Which is accurate to how the Emperor's word is
To the
spread.
gene stealers. They're
I'm
fucking
about
gene
to-
stealers. They're
I'm
all
gonna
dying.
die!
Now,
No, you won't. You're an angel. What are you complaining about?
I have two questions for you right now. Yes. First question: do you have any modification on your lasgun, or is it just standard service? Do you just flick it, or is there a fucking tape thing that just says "kill everything in front of me"?
Oh no, it's the standard thing. They just flick it.
Okay.
Multi-mercy.
So multi-mercy. So far, this is going to be a salvo option. So
Where is it?
that is on
Where
page
it?
185 of the book.
Oh, it's way below this.
So, full auto, you enter your entire clip firing at a single target, or you can use spray shots. So, what these people are going to count as, they are going to count as mobs for the purposes of this. Due to the fact that
Okay.
there's 30 of them, we're going to say there's 3 mobs of 10. Okay?
Right out.
So, you're essentially spray shot versus mobs. So, you can target a mob with a spray shot as a full round action, making a ranged attack. And making a ranged attack test against the mob as normal. If your attack is successful, you hit an additional number of individuals in the mob equal to the weapon's salvo value.
Okay, so I hit an additional 2.
Wonderful. Okay, so you're hitting a total of... Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Oh, by the way, what's everyone's objective?
Oh, that's a very good point. I completely missed that.
Mine's quite impossible.
Yours always is impossible.
Apply the wisdom of the Codex Estatis.
Righto.
I must convert unbeliever to the truth of the Imperial cult, to which they'll be shot first for being a heretic and not believing in the light of the Emperor.
Unless it counts.
By this crew.
I must apply my experience in a crime to the current situation.
Yeah, I got the same one.
Snap.
Okay.
I mean, my very existence is a crime, so like.
Go on, come on.
Right out. Meet my contact.
Nathan,
Yes?
Nathan,
Yes?
before we conclude any other matters, how much XP did we actually all receive from last session?
You received 10
Which said you
XP
would
from last
notify us.
session.
So what was a big hoo-ha as to like, I will contact you all?
I looked through it and I was like,
Okay. I believe we should all be at 66, except Joe, who's at 69.
Hit.
266.
Yep.
Mm.
Total XP.
Total's XP 266. Okay.
Right, roll the hit. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how many degrees of success do they need to hit their defense?
So you hit their defense is 3. So you are rolling to gain over that. So you hit 1,
So,
then you roll another icon, which means you hit 2, and then you roll your number of salvo. So how many is that?
so I rolled 3, so I hit 1.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 6, 7 total.
7
successes.
total to hit. Okay. So
Plus
how this
2
works?
from salvo, so 9.
So the number of icons rolled on an attack test determines how many individuals in the mob are hit.
Okay.
Excuse me. So you've rolled 1 icon there, which means you're hitting 1 person, and then you're also going to roll your salvo. Your salvo is 2. You said.
Mhm.
So that means you've hit 3 people with this shot.
Well, icons are just successes, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Not-
Excuse
not
me. I thought
exalted icons. Are
exalted.
successes.
Okay. Excuse me. That means you hit 1, 2, 3, 4,
Means I hit 9.
5. Yep. So you've hit 9 of them. What is your damage?
My damage is 8 with 2 pen.
Mob rule.
8
If
with
it
2
hits,
pen.
kills.
Not quite. So that is going to be.
You
Yep.
lied to me.
You have decimated this mob, and there's 1 person left in this fucking mob now, and they are horrified
I
by
just
what
look
you've
at
done.
you all not shooting this thing. You just go, what the fuck?
So, in response to this, the
I'm gonna seize the initiative, Nathan.
okay,
Wait, can I? Wait, is it glory we need, or is it wrath, boys?
it's glory points to seize the
Glory.
initiative.
Glory.
So I
Joe
can't.
can
Never mind.
seize the
You cannot.
Joe can seize the initiative, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Joe can seize the initiative.
Now, currently am I in short range for my shotgun?
What is the range on your shotgun?
Let me double check.
What weapons does the damage?
Let's look. See,
Sorry,
range
which
12.
So I believe that your shotgun has medium range 12. Let's just double check that.
Medium range 12, yeah.
Let's just double check that just in case, because it's a shotgun. Combat shotgun or normal shotgun? Yes, medium
Just
range
normal.
12, which means it has a maximum range of a long range of 18, which means that the cultist is currently 20 meters away. Therefore, she is out of your range at the moment. So
The mob.
They're not
that
the
means
mobs.
the mobs are well within your range. Yes, they are definitely
Are
within
they-
your range.
Are they well within short range?
I would say that one of them is probably going to be within short range. Yes.
Because I was thinking, because it is a spread weapon as well, I want to pepper as many people as I can.
You want to salt and pepper that bad boy? Yeah.
You just open up
How
with
about-
both barrels of grape shot.
No, let's just have a little look here. Your
Just open
shotgun,
up with bird shot.
your shotgun does have a salvo option.
Oh yeah.
So what salvo does is that requires you to reload next round, and it allows you to essentially do more damage, or an additional salvo option, which your weapon has. So for you, when fired at short range, a spread weapon can hit any number of targets as long as they are all within 3 meters of one another. When you fire a spread weapon at a mob, you gain +3 bonus dice. Just in general. So fuck yeah. And okay. So it's got spread and assault. So assault's also something interesting. You can fire an assault weapon as part of a sprint, but gain +2 difficulty penalties to the attack. So spread.
In which case, I'm gonna sprint into short range and just pablamo.
So are you going to? So it depends on who you're going to Publamo right now. Are you going to Publamo one of the mobs, or are you going to Publamo the cultist that's up top?
A mob.
Okay. So, move forward and please Publamo for me, if you do not mind. Roll an attack.
Problemo.
Now, are you going to be salvoing this thing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that's going to be page.
Just put both barrels into them.
Both barrels at once, essentially. So, salvo requires you to reload. So you can do one of three things. Full auto, which is when you empty an entire clip firing at a single target. That's for like big things. Spray shot, that's for lots of individual targets. Or spray shot versus mobs, which is the thing that Christ just did, which is you're making a full round action ranged attack against a mob as normal.
Yeah, we're doing against this mob.
Okay. So, please roll with +2 difficulty. Ooh.
So what?
2, 3.
Roll 3d6.
And yes, 3d6. Ooh!
Oh.
Woo!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you are also going to go up to one of these mobs and open fire on it. And you are going to reduce it to 1 man as well. Jesus Christ.
Roll damage as well.
You don't need to roll damage. But you can if you like.
It's pretty simple what's fucking happened.
Yes, it's pretty simple what's happened. Just remember, by the way, that if you look on your actual weapon tab, yeah,
Yes.
You'll actually see your shotgun.
Oh yeah, as I'm looking at right now.
Yep. So if you roll with that instead, like see the attack button, instead of rolling an actual weapon attack, that actually calculates all the stuff that this thing has. So we're going to tick empty for now on that. Don't forget to tick empty on yours as well, Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And that's your turn, I imagine. And we're going to go to them. So, she is going to open fire on, let's say 1 to 2 is going to be Odysseus, 3 to 4 is going to be Kryza, 5 to 6 is going to be Glaive.
It's probably gonna be me. I
That's a
just go
3.
for me.
I'm in the back.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So,
Technically, she shot at someone else.
Yep.
so she is going to make a weapon attack, ballistics attack, which is going to be a 3, 4. And wait, hold on a second. Okay. She's gonna. Ooh, rapid fire. What does that do? Ooh. Please bear with me, because I've got it all sitting here, but it's fucking hard to read.
Take your time.
Please forgive me. Just do the Boris Johnson thing. Just forgive me.
And just like Boris Johnson, nothing will happen whether we do or not.
Forgive me.
Pay the fine.
No. Okay, so that's going to be a. What is your defense, Krisa? 3. 1, 2, 3. She hits. It hits on a 3, yes? What does it hit above?
It's up to you, I think.
Yeah, actually, I don't. Yeah. Does it hit on 3, so just have to go higher? I don't actually know.
Same.
What range is she for me?
You are medium range for her, and so she'll be medium range for her as well. You're 20 meters away from her, give or take. But she is.
Not beyond medium range.
Yeah. Is that beyond medium range for you?
Depends the range of a bolt gun, doesn't it?
It does, yes. But the range of a bolt gun is medium. You're within medium range for her. So let me just double check something here. Combat, attacking. Equal or exceed. Okay. So
There you go.
she hits. That is going to be a damage of this is some good music in the background as well. I'm appreciating this. Yes, that is going to be 10 plus 1.
Any pen in that?
12 with how much pen?
12 damage?
12
With a single
damage.
shot?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's what a bolt gun has, buddy. And it is a bolt gun. Like it's a bolt gun.
Oh, it's a proper bolt gun, not a bolt pistol.
It's a bolt gun.
Oh,
Tell me.
okay.
Oh, hello, darling. And that is
I
going.
thought she was holding it like one hand.
No, she
I thought
is.
She's probably holding a bolt gun.
She is.
Right.
She is
Okay.
bracing this thing on the wall that she is like leaning
Right.
over.
Okay.
She's
That
on
makes a lot more
Xeno
sense
strength.
now.
I was going to say, how's she capable of firing it?
Like she is having to legitimately brace it.
Human bolt guns exist.
So 12 was it?
12 damage, no AP.
No AP. Okay. So I take 3.
Yes. Bolt
No
guns
AP.
don't have any AP.
Yeah, they're not
Just do a
designed to.
fucking load of damage.
Yeah, they
It does
just
do a
once they
lot of
hit it,
damage, yeah.
they're not made for armor penetration. They're made for hitting flesh and exploding once they're in the flesh.
Yeah, they're designed to kill orcs, I suppose, yes. Okay. Pass back to the party. Who would like to
Guys,
do
can I
next?
snipe the woman, please?
Yeah, sniper.
Thank you, Nathan. Okay, first off, Nathan, I would like to free action roll determination.
Okay.
Combat. Where is the button for actually just rolling determination?
On
Uh,
combat.
Right side under rolls.
Ah, cheers, thank you. Nice. 4, 5. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that's grand. Still not back at full, but that. Alright, cool. That's grand. And that's my free action combat. Nathan, I am going to aim with this.
Okay. She is
So-
behind partial cover. So she gains 1 defense from that.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, boy.
Okay, so aim, I believe.
Do you
Attacking.
scream?
What?
Said, do you scream?
Why would I scream?
Aim before you fire. To highbrow? No.
Yeah, it's too
No,
high,
don't
but
get
I
it.
don't know what you're
Sorry,
talking
bud.
about.
Sorry, bud. I'm retarded.
Uncultured swine.
I
get it.
I am. Yeah. Plus 1 to attack, and yep, that's grand.
Here,
So
cup.
1 to attack.
Thank you, my dear.
Where is it? Bonus dice for roll. Okay, so plus 2. And wait, actually, start sniper rifle. When you aim start, you gain 1 bonus dice. That's fine. And bonus damage 2 from sniper. Okay, so attack. God damn it. Nathan, does 5 hit her defense?
5 does hit her defense, yes.
Glorious. Okay, it's been a while. Do you think about complication? I'll have to reload.
Yes, you do need to reload with a complication.
Yeah, because I don't think I've reloaded like once.
You have not.
Like, yeah,
You are required to reload now. Your gun is now empty.
that's fine. And damage. Okay, so that is a total of 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. Let me just check something here. Okay.
Take those 2 off. That's grand. Cool. Right,
Okay. She is.
and-
She. You basically does see this bullet just go dunk directly into her chest, and she goes. She is still up, but she basically like half collapses down behind this barricade. Not barricade, but like railing. This covered railing.
That's fine. Yeah.
John, does your shots not have any additional effects like poisoning or?
No, it very specifically says that each bullet is coated in a neurotoxin or contains a neurotoxin, but nope, it only has the traits of Silent and Sniper 2. It has nothing else. Why? I don't know why it would specify otherwise. Fuck it. It's fine.
Thank you, my darling.
As if a bullet wasn't deadly enough.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hmm?
The Mechanicus spends decades crafting this neurotox, apparently, but it has no traits. I don't get it, but cool, that's fine. Yeah.
Developed by Aperture Science.
Yeah.
Combustible lemons as well.
Combustible lemons! Sorry, Nathan. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. Wait, what's the movement to actually get behind the cover, Nathan? Would I be able to get behind it, or will that require combat action?
To get behind cover, that is going to do.
So I have a combat action, and I've done a simple action for determination. Whatever.
I would
which is
allow
all
you to do a movement action to get behind cover.
That's fine. Okay, so just boom, I fucking flip back over it, and I'm behind the cover. Cool. That's me. Thank you.
Okay.
She's still up or is she dead?
She is still up, yes. You can hear her hacking and coughing, trying to push this bullet around in her chest. But she is currently behind full cover now.
Would you like to seize the initiative, Cat?
Need to spend that glory point.
Yep.
To be honest, we always hit the cap at the
You
end of the
always
game
hit the cap.
session.
Yeah, just do.
We always hit the cap.
Come
Fuck
on.
it. Why
You
not?
know you want to.
Cool.
I think we're always like getting those like, you know, oh, we need to save it for like that one time.
Yeah, the Estus flasks. They come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Would you like to spend it?
Yes, I will spend
Wonderful.
it. I'll just be like, fuck's sake, Chrysler.
What?
I'd,
You're the Xenos. You telling me you're not going to shoot them?
no, but I would have liked a bit more time to formulate a bit better plan.
With a bolt gun pointed at us?
You know, now's not the time to be talking about.
I move
not
forward. I
Mhm.
aim my bolt gun and I full auto on one of the mobs.
Okay, so you
Honestly,
are
sister-
salvoing as
honestly,
well,
sister.
yes?
Yes.
Trying to pass
Alrighty.
an opportunity to kill some heresy? I think not.
Okay, so please make an attack roll against this.
No, that was damage, sorry.
Oh, so your
Oh,
gun is
complicated.
also going to run out, and you.
Well, I need to reload after salvo anyway.
That's a good point. So it's fine. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What's your salvo score on your gun?
1.
9. So you've also decimated this fucking mob as well, leaving one of them left. There are now 3 people down here, and the woman upstairs who is heavily bleeding.
Awesome.
So well done. And gonna slap back to those guys. Slap back to reality, and I am going to use.
It's 2 mobs with 1 guy left in both, isn't it?
3 mobs with 1 guy left in each of them, and they are going to roll some resolve. It's gonna be a fail. It's gonna be a fail.
They've got what, a -9?
It's gonna be a fail. So I'm essentially going to say that the first guy begins to run away. Second woman begins to run away as well, and I'm going to spend a bully point to allow her to do so. Slap back to everybody else.
I forgot you named the bully points.
Yeah.
What is the range? Actually, can I see Bolt Lady?
You cannot currently see her, but you know that she is still there. She is essentially behind full cover at this moment, hacking and coughing and trying to gain her breath back from getting shot.
How far away is she?
She is about 20 meters away.
Don't know what I can do. Who's wounded in the party?
Slightly.
Yeah, I do see some crazy.
Because I have 2 stems. You've not rolled determination yet, Paul.
No, I'll be alright.
And I am proficient in Medici. Whether Fabian agrees with it or not.
Go for the space marine, she's not here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
What's the
I'll be
worst you
fine.
can do, stab him again?
Oh, I'm going to give him something that he can stab himself with.
Why do you do this?
Is
here's
that a
it.
free action or is that an action?
To give somebody something, that is
to
probably good.
hand.
That would be a simple action, which you can do one
Okay.
of, I believe.
I'm gonna be courteous and give Odysseus one of my stims and say, "Here, use this."
Would that even
like-
work on him? Oh, fucking no.
Oh fucking no! I filter out poisons.
Yeah,
But does it know that it's a
it
poison?
restores 1d3 plus 3 shock. So whatever wounds you've shifted, you can just.
Okay, that'll be useful. Thank you very much.
Okay. Fuck it. I can only see the little guys running away. Really. Or what, Nathan? What is the AP on? Or what is the armor on the woman sitting, coughing and spluttering?
5, wasn't it?
Oh, I can't comment on that at the moment.
She's behind full cover now, so it's gonna be more.
Yes, she now gains an additional 2 AP. Or 2
Additional
armor.
2 AP.
She now has an additional 2 armor from what she had before.
Yeah.
Do you know, hot shot, last pistol,
Mm-hmm.
scream, aim, fire, and I'm just gonna shoot her. Do you get? Actually, no, I can't because she's out of range. Shut up, Fraser. Max range on a last pistol is 9.
Oh.
Max.
Being honest, not trying to cheat.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's maximum? Because that seems very low to me.
Oh, 18 actually. Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, still, she's out.
That's
So,
unfortunate.
being honest.
Well, no, max range on a hot shot's 9.
Yeah.
Fucking really?
Yeah,
Hot
it's
shot.
it's a snub nosed revolver.
Yeah, I actually put it like that. Yeah, it's fair.
Do you know what? Let's waste it anyway. I am going to use my party trick and pull out my stub cannon.
Oh. Okay.
What's it gonna be,
Okay, and
folks? What's it gonna be?
I may as well shoot at her.
Okay.
Go for it. Just fire through the cover.
Yeah, you
I
can
have to
fire
wonder,
through the
though.
cover.
Does she feel lucky?
Huh?
That's a 3.
1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, the shot pings off of her armor, or off of the cover. Would you like, however, to use a wrath to re-roll your failures?
It's a lot of failures, so yeah.
It's a lot of failures, buddy.
3, 4 failures. Yeah, go for it.
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 failures. So roll.
Yeah, the wrath.
Yeah, roll me 5d6 then, please. Okay, let's try that. Let's try that again, but better.
That thing you did? Yeah,
There we
don't do it.
Oh dear, still works.
Oh, fuck.
You gained another one.
That goes to a 4. That goes to a 4. Oh,
Nah, still no.
Just gonna have to climb up there and beat it to death, you know?
And then I will do a movement action and jump behind where Odysseus is,
Okie dokie.
and then start distracting him by saying, "Look, man, I don't know what happened."
You just see like from under his hood, it's just like the most neutralist face he could possibly put on. Just please don't stab me again. Is what you're getting from it. Please don't.
If you can keep the witches out of my head, I will.
Please. Nothing again. Nothing again. Oh no! It's again.
And then it's like, give you the stim. Yeah, stick this in.
From up on the gantry, you hear her cry out in a croaked and choking cry. Parley! I demand a truce!
Weapons down!
Fuck.
Let
To hell with that, we have him on the back foot. Press the attack!
we will hear what she wants to say.
0.
Last words.
She better throw that bolt gun over
Jeez.
the edge.
Her last words were parley. Now stamp her face or shoot her head, you know?
Everyone, shut up. We're gonna hear it out.
I'll hear her out if she throws a bolt gun over the fence.
This is pretty heretical, sister.
Well,
I
you
do
get
hope I don't have
behind
to
the
talk to you.
barricade, and
I
I'll
do hope I
talk
don't
to
have
her.
to talk to your
If she
canoness.
shoots me, eviscerate her.
We may have to shoot through you. Just in case.
Whatever. Fine. Do it.
I'm gonna take this time to reload.
Okay. Don't forget to reduce the number of clips of ammo that you have in your inventory by one.
Also
fair.
going to reload.
I just shout up. Your parley is granted. Speak.
Toss down the bolt gun first.
If I do so, remember I have other options.
I'm also going to be reloading my bolt pistol currently as well.
She slowly raises her right arm, which
You're
you
up there with
see
you, by the way, sister.
has some form of device in it. Uses it to prop up her arm on this gantry. Lifts herself up, and in that one smooth, fluid movement, tosses this heavy bolt gun over the side, which lands on the floor in a large, thick doomph.
Say your piece.
I have in my hand a detonator. Do any of you know what a dead man switch is?
Oh, shut up! I'm not stupid.
Good. Then I think it would be wise to leave here.
Oh, fucking shoot. Just like poke at Asius.
I just like look at
Tap
Chrysler.
my
I'm like,
head.
I look at Chrysler. I'm just like, are you willing to take that chance? Really? Genuinely?
Are you going to miss?
I'm not going to miss. I'm looking at you to take the chance that she's not bluffing.
Nathan, can we make awareness checks to see if there's anything at all looking suspect around?
Looking suspect around? How would you
Yeah, like,
define
you know,
suspect?
C4 charges.
Yeah,
next to
fucking
the fire.
Semtex.
Ah.
Can I
So-
also make it up
Or the
there with-
wires linked into a jar. Like,
So,
Yeah.
fucking suspect.
Okay.
for
Is
this
Eva-
situation,
Evangeline, are you up there with her, like next to her?
So as
For-
I'm standing there, I'm just gonna like flick the comm on
Mhm.
and just kind of whisper into it. Going to retreat. Odysseus, you make that shot. Kryza, you make sure those doors slam shut.
I fucking go up to the door panel and
Like, I just like look at Glaive and Krysa like as they're passing by. Is she making a murder? Is that what's
so
happening?
you
It's genuine.
No, I'm retreating. I
I didn't say it's
So-
over comms.
so
I didn't say it's over comms.
can I
so
get
shut
can
up.
I get an insight, please, from anyone who wishes to? There's an insight, and for anyone that is looking for explosives or the
Yeah.
like, that is going to be an awareness.
You know what? Yeah.
I get
Her Xenos
a
face is
4.
inscrutable.
I get a 4. My complication is that I see a 1992 Ford Mondeo outside the British Embassy.
Oh no.
just 6 Nathan does see any explosives.
You see that there are some essentially what is essentially detonation charges, like demolition charges. Sorry, like they are
Charges.
they're depth charges. They're designed for blasting rock and the like, but they could do a fair amount of damage to this structure.
Where are they?
That's the thing that you are as a member of Astra Militarum, you notice specifically. They are in electrical components. They are in not structural components. They are in components which are designed to make sure that this oxygen facility does not break down.
Yeah, we're in the O2 zone. Remember?
If I have a thick Nathan, how
Mhm.
vital is this oxygen facility to the rest of the station? Because it was cut off from the rest of the station before we entered.
Can I have a tech use, please?
Is there any
Yeah.
oxygen canisters nearby?
Both are very true.
Five.
I can't think of a good feel for that. A good
I'm just thinking of stuff. So,
complication. No, exactly. So I'm happy to put a complication, a bully boy point up if you're happy
yeah,
with that.
that's fine.
Wonderful. From your point of view, from your consideration of the evidence that you've seen so far, not at all. The surrounding area, however, it may be critical.
I just it's all the oxygen. This part of the station wouldn't affect anything else. Cut off when we came in, after all.
So it's not about whether or not the station would suffer, it's about whether or not we get out alive.
Well, it's
Or
about
suffocate.
whether or not we keep searching this part of the station.
Can't we just, you know,
The oxygen
grab-
acceleration will stop. The oxygen already in the air won't
So-
run out immediately.
Zeph,
Eventually,
what was that? Zeph and Anne?
can't we just grab her hand around the detonator, hack it off, and shoot her, and just, you know, escape with it in our hand?
Sister?
I believe the detonator needs to be pressed to activate.
Dead man's.
No, the opposite.
Man switch.
Dead
You
man's.
let go.
Seriously, we had something very similar, but it was an airlock. You take your hand off it, you know, well, it's a good way to get rid of contraband.
Guys, so you said the facility isn't.
Did you just describe the use of something that was? Yeah, you put your
I
fucking wrath
described,
up.
I described a similar crime, yeah.
Look at you!
You do
Guys,
see it.
you said the facility wasn't connected to the station.
No, it's critical. No. Only
Okay,
provides
then we go
oxygen
with
to
the plan.
area.
Odysseus. Oh, I'm sorry.
I am going to holster my weapons and retreat when I am within 2 meters of that door. Odysseus, you take the shot. Cries out, you start shutting those doors.
Okay. I can't,
What happens if you shoot her hand?
Place goes boom.
I mean,
Yes, but
depending,
what happens if the device breaks?
well, depending on if I actually take out the nerves, I would still be holding it, but
I mean, they're
But I
dead
mean, what if you
charges.
break the remote? Shit breaks all time.
if I break the remote, well, it's a 50-50 chance. Who knows?
I've seen a lot of explosions, Nathan. What happens when you break the detonation remote? Most of the time they go off, right?
Give me a tech use.
Basically,
Give,
you
give me a tech use while he decides.
Give me a tech use while I decide whether or not this will happen.
no, because it's on, off, or on and triggered.
Can
So
I get a,
if you destroy the device, it's off.
Who knows? Who knows?
that's true.
That's an interesting point.
Can I get a bonus for being
That is taken into that is
I've seen
taken
a lot of things break, including explosives.
that is taken into account in the difficulty of this roll.
Okay. Tech. That is 4.
4. Would you like to shift one of those to gain more information?
Yes.
Okay.
Might come in handy later.
Not only do you know that you can probably shoot this thing and it will not lead to the detonation of the explosives, but judging from the fact that it looks like everything else around here has been jury-rigged from demolition charges, you cannot think of a reason why demolition charges would have a dead man switch.
Probably just shoot it. I've seen ratlings fuck with this shit all the time, and usually you just break the detonator and it's fine.
Beautiful.
Also, these are all death charges. They don't usually have dead man switches. It's probably jury rigged and shit.
Flores.
Odysseus, take the shot.
Yeah, I sift my my aim just a few degrees, Nathan, to this remote.
I just put the goggles down.
As he's doing that, I just say, Lady Catherine, give me the strength to accept this martyrdom.
Oh!
To purify and bless these
we,
grounds.
used to set the officers up all the time with dead man switches before we moved them.
This
So,
is
wait.
God.
I just like
Wait.
like
Wait,
I-
they
I-
fragged your
I-
officer?
I was following your order.
So
Okay.
many more.
Fulfill my.
Yes, you
That's
do.
all mine.
Yes, you do. It's like we killed officers with these. It's like, oh, fuck it, what? Okay.
No, professional
Okay.
fragging.
So,
It's good, yeah.
Odysseus,
give me a second,
This
please.
is where you don't miss.
I know, right?
Sean,
Just
this
Vincent
is-
blaster the shoulder. Well,
this is a called shot.
A called shot. Okay, excellent. So let's see, called shots.
A ball corner pocket.
Attacking test to hit.
You're adding 2 to this. You're aiming at a small target,
2.
a hand or a
Okay.
head. 2 difficulty, but
Uh,
you also gain 2 additional damage dice.
Also, you're wounded, aren't you?
I am, yes. So it's
an extra level of difficulty.
Yeah.
For all tests.
yeah, just 1. I think it is. I think
Uh-huh.
wounded is just binary like that.
Yeah, wounded is just 1.
Yeah. All right. Nathan, as I sift the actual shift the scope just a few degrees onto the remote.
Mm-hmm.
Quote the Primarch. Consider the magnitude of your duty at your leisure, but act without hesitation when action is required.
Okay.
Okay.
You know you guys can still get a wrath token if you do it without the first hour, right? Just want you to remember that.
Hey, can
Yeah,
I
but
put
this
can
is
I put it this,
appropriate.
Nathan?
That
Can I
is
put it this,
appropriate.
Nathan? I've never actually completed an objective. Fuck you.
Best Space
Yeah,
Marine ever. Okay,
You're a terrible space.
give me that fucking attack. Remember,
Best-
three
best
additional
blood rate.
difficulties.
Okay, here we go. Making an attack roll. Here we go. Re-rolling those using a wrath point.
Yeah.
So rolling
So help me God, Sean.
66. 4, 5. Jesus Christ.
5.
5 icons to hit. Yep.
She's not behind playing full cover anymore.
She's
so-
behind.
She's standing up.
She's behind. No, that's true. But she does have She does have +2 difficulty to hit as well. Remember. So
Okay.
5
I'm
you
gonna
said,
use
Sean.
I'm gonna use the second wrath
Up,
point.
up, up,
to
up,
reroll
up,
this
up,
fail.
up, 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 up. The bullet sails out through the air, impacting the detonator, causing an electrical short within its mainframe, which seems to energize some form of silicate matter within, causing a small micro detonation in and of itself, shearing apart her hand, rupturing her fingers and scattering them to the four winds. You all brace for a moment, looking at the explosives around you, but they are still.
Do
You
know
look
that's what
back
it
at-
looks like when a grenade goes off by accident as well.
You look back at the woman. She is on the floor, dead.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck!
She not screaming, going.
Yeah, she killed herself. You see, one of her fingers went straight through her temple.
No. This is called the glaive prospect, where the bullet. She was holding her hand right in front of her face, and the bullet went through that. And
You dealt enough damage to this woman to kill her with that shot.
Kryza, start dismantling the demolition and collect them up.
Okay,
Use them.
will do.
Just before,
I go with,
just
I
before the shot
grab
was
the bolt gun
taken.
as well while I do it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Zephaniah.
Just before the shot was taken, Kryza said, "If your hand is bigger than your face, you have cancer."
And he was like, oh!
Gather everything time.
Wait a minute.
fuck it. Krysa, would you like an assist with the explosive?
Oh yes, just I walk over and I just like gingerly pick up the bolt gun, like put it in my bag.
Okay.
Alright, let's go to the explosives.
Oh, excuse me. So, what you guys are getting are essentially 2 remote explosive
Moral support.
pieces, right? They are.
Thoughts and prayers, boys. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, of course. It's writing on
Let me
it in
put
Sharpie.
disarm this fucking bomb. Like it's the Green Mile.
Without the detonator, these things can be just unplugged.
Pulled out of the wall, basically.
Yeah, they're plastic explosives, so they're like safe enough. These are devices that are designed with singular focus, the sabotage and destruction of Imperial infrastructure.
They're sapper charges.
Yeah, they are incredibly destructive and can be detonated from up to half a kilometer away.
Never seen these before in my life.
I've never seen these before in my life. I didn't hardwire these myself.
Actually,
Sure. I think the family used to sell these.
sorry.
I wouldn't know.
Whoever's got the good boy point 0, just add it to 1, please. Apparently, my last reroll was a 6. So,
Oh, well done.
you get
Oh,
one back.
have it.
The
By the way, I'll be back in
So
one
what?
moment.
No problem.
Uh, Odysseus,
Yeah.
going to help me and have a look around here, see if there's anything
Will do.
useful.
Will do. He's now grown. He's now doing the dad groan when he stands up now.
Well,
What, did you cut
Oh,
your balls
shut
off?
up and get over it. You've dealt with worse. You
How many
big
power blades have you
baby.
had stabbed through your back?
I never cut your balls off, so stop whining.
They're already gone.
What are balls?
what are
Wow.
balls?
What do you mean? What are you referring to?
Chrysler turns the white noise up on her fucking box.
Remember, everyone! Remember, child soldiers!
I-
Child soldiers!
So myself and Odysseus would like to start investigating the area for any relevant, important, or interesting information.
That is going to
Anything
be
plot relevant.
an investigation, please.
You just pull out this woman's diary
You
out of
can-
her pocket.
You can also use an awareness if you so like.
Oh, she wrote a message on her own blood.
Actually, yeah, awareness would make more sense.
As she
Awareness.
was dying, falling to the floor. Ooh.
I'm gonna use a wrath to re-roll that.
Fuck, she had very good handwriting, didn't she?
So
Nathan,
That's-
assumedly we'll get something different if we roll investigation.
Yes.
And we'll go
Maybe
for,
just drinks your blood.
we'll go investigation then. That's okay.
Fucking looks
So-
at the straw and tuber him.
3 successes.
4 successes on investigation.
Okay.
2 6s.
So,
Oh, boys.
who the fuck did that?
Cannot fucking believe that without that reroll, I rolled a single fucking success on the shot. I can't get over that.
Sean, mediocre.
I know, right? How the fuck?
The
Yeah,
worst
We'll
space
just say that your injury, you twanged
Don't
at the
fucking-
moment.
Don't
You were right to
fucking
take the
pity
shot.
me. Don't give me pity. That's worse than fucking insulting me. I'd rather Paul just shit on me more.
So,
Yeah, fuck off,
Evangeline.
Sean, then.
Evangeline, investigating this area, you see that there are a lot of these bodies which have been thrown into this furnace. Some of them you can see probably, you're not Fabian, but you can see that these people were alive quite recently in the past. Obviously, killed, perhaps even by this cult themselves, and thrown into this furnace. Looking around, you can see that this oxygen facility extends for some distance. Some of it has been converted into ramshackle habitation structures, as well as certain rooms which have essentially been used to grow large funguses, which probably been cultivated for food. And as far as you can tell, it is all now deserted. There are other doorways which have led out to other large steel structures which have led out and into other parts of Galahad Station, which presumably people have fled to. Investigation, Sean, leads you to begin searching through not just the station itself, but the people who are on the floor. You can see that some of these people are different. They have hair, at least some of them do. As well as every single one that you currently fought and slain, except with the exception of the midwife and her twin, have been nearly completely human. Further investigation leads you to find that there are in fact some Aquillas here. Secreted a little bit, but there.
Ethan,
Yes,
could
Sean.
I possibly roll scholar check to actually determine what exactly is happening? Because Sean has a very basic understanding of gene steel biology.
Mhm.
Odysseus might know a bit more.
Okay.
What's happening? Scholar? That is three icons.
3 icons? Okay.
Yeah.
So you know that gene stealers are essentially a genetic disease which reaches through a population, spreading from generation to generation. And that these creatures are linked by some kind of hive mind, which is powered by the patriarch.
Mhm.
An assumption that you can be led to is that with this patriarch dead, the cultists have essentially fractured to do their own shit.
Huh. As I like come to that conclusion, I just like side eye Zephaniah. Look back. Would I be able to realize is that why some of them are growing hair, or is there be something more to that? Would I be able to
You have no idea.
Fair enough, because all the ones we've seen so far have been bald with head ridges, so.
That is not true. Andros and Drax, I believe one of them had hair.
All the fucky ones.
All the fucky ones have been bald, yes.
Yeah, there we go.
All the weak ones had hair. That's what you're wondering.
Yeah.
The real bastards all were bald.
Just wondering.
Actually, only one of us is wearing a wig.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Does anyone need Medicaid?
I'll be okay in a wee while. We can just rest here for the moment while pulling all these debt charges off the walls. I can look around some of the terminals as well to see if anybody's put any information in those.
It's a good idea. Thank you.
There's a question, Nathan. Can you roll determination for wounds post-combat?
Yeah, you do.
You don't
Yeah.
have to.
Okay.
If we spend enough time here, we can use respite, which means our wounds and determination return to zero.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Would you like to do so?
I mean,
Uh,
I'm fine.
Respite is 8 hours, and we interrupted our last
Is
one, so we
it?
didn't get it. Is it 6 or 8?
No,
It
I
is.
think you're thinking about something else.
There's regroup and respite.
Yes. Regroup allows you to recover slightly, and respite allows you to recover more.
Sure.
Yeah. Like no, like we interrupted our respite.
Yes,
Like
and you
Mhm.
didn't
we didn't
complete
get anything from the last one.
it. No, you did not.
Because Sister Fabienne decided to wander off.
Yeah, she wanted me. I could have just like shot the two guys, but she wanted to do some fucking negotiating bullshit. So yeah, I was clearly interrupted. So we could also just settle here, get defensible positions and everything. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Apologies for that.
welcome back.
No problem.
Okay.
What did I miss?
You've been doing
We
some
can rest
investigating.
here.
Yeah, we're just thinking about resting, either taking a 1 hour regroup or an 8 hour respite. Considering our last 8 hour rest got interrupted by Fabienne by being diplomatic.
Yes, this here would
Right.
be a good place to take a long rest. Recover.
Unless there's any objections. I mean, what do we think?
And look, we've got fungi. Let's make mushroom soup.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if we're going to. I mean, honestly, I don't think there's many other people down here unless there's more Gene Stealers fucking sitting in the vents.
I think we'll be safe here. Kryza, you can
Well,
shut the doors and set up a watch.
relax. Guardsman's just being realistic.
Again, we have them on the back foot. Surely a couple of us can do a bit of a sweep.
The ones that survived just saw their brethren being massacred. I don't think they'll be returning in a hurry.
I think
Then
these
at
things
least-
are more patient than you realize.
Unless that means that there's another door somewhere in here that we need to close.
That, and also we need to remember that grandfather has returned. Who knows
Indeed.
who knows what's going to be happening next? So
That's why I suggest we set a watch.
Thank you, sister. I'll leave it in your capable eyes.
Kryza,
You will
Right.
take your turn, Zephaniah.
relax.
Viscount, please.
Well, we're not all.
What's wrong,
We
guys?
can all keep a watch unless some of us are sleeping. Like we don't all have to
I
sleep 8 hours.
I
We
don't.
still have some things to take down off these fucking walls. There's dead charges everywhere.
I don't need to sleep, so I can stay up. You get some sleep.
I start looking for materials to get a small cooking fire going.
I mean, yeah, I look at my
Pot.
fucking. It's like what 2 a.m. or something, isn't it, Nathan?
It is very late. Yes.
Some water.
It's
Start
probably
cooking mushrooms.
yeah. It's probably more close to maybe 4 or 5 by now since you're traveling. You were up to 2, and then you fucking did all this shit. So it's more 4 or 5 by now. So you can attempt to cook some mushrooms if you so like. Jerry rigging a fucking fire and shit like that. That is going to be a survival, please.
Can I assist?
Yes.
I really should get some of the help.
So
That's,
3.
add 6 to
Also,
that.
on my reroll, I got an icon on my rat eye, so that's another glory point, by the way.
Oh, wonderful.
So we're at 2.
Add 6 to
but
that
yeah.
survival, by the way, Cap.
6. So that's I got 3. So that's 9.
Wonderful. Yes, you
start a fire.
You not only start a fire, you're able to reclaim some of the bedrolls that are actually in quite good wear, and some of the survival tools that the people down here seem to be using. You make it a quite comfortable stay for the evening.
Nathan,
Yes, Glaive.
I would like to go put my nose around and see what inventory there is down here.
Inventory.
Yes, we have the charges. She was armed with a bolt gun.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever stockpiled the bodies and stockpiled the weapons.
Interesting. Could you give
Yeah,
me...
the usual regimented categorizing.
So...
Yeah, he's actually just going to set up camp and leave bloody bodies all around the place. That's how you get a gold.
So if you want to investigate the body specifically, you can do an investigation for that.
I may as well join you, Val.
Mm.
So there's something to do. Yes, I think I might have a little bit of a rifle too.
Remember the last time somebody went off with Grave?
That's a very good point.
I'll be careful.
I hope so.
What?
You
If I-
didn't kill him.
No, when I follow people or catch people coming out of vents, they die.
But he wasn't coming.
Aren't you
She
usually
was.
the one popping out events, though?
He did pop out of a
Dave-
man where we cut 2 people's legs off just there now.
Just keep your swords sheathed.
They always are.
Sheathing my goddamn back.
So,
Tiger never sheds his claws before a kill.
awareness
That's true.
or investigation. Probably investigation if you're going to investigate the bodies.
Sure.
Sure. Is this just a furnace or is this like megaton, like shanty housing? and
So
like,
the
rafters?
room that you're currently in is essentially a very large gable. This is essentially an opening to the oxygen generation facility, which is further in. But the components for the oxygen generation are dotted around the large wall which you are now facing. There's a furnace here, which seems to have been added here at some point in the past, probably to keep the workers warm while they toiled away in this fucking awful place. But that has been converted to the burning of bodies, some of which did not manage to get thrown in time.
That is 6 total between the two of us.
Investigating the bodies, you find 2 things. One of which, a lot of these bodies have very large holes in them, as if fucking shot by a bolt gun. Thing 2, one of these bodies isn't a gene stealer. One of them's a murder servitor.
Well, I wonder how one of these got in here.
At this point in time, I'm surprised we haven't found one rather recently or still breathing.
What is the wounds on this, Nathan? The murder servitor?
Looks like it's been shot a whole bunch.
Fair enough.
Bye.
No, it's fair to ask, because gene
That
stealers
is-
like to, to the neck.
That is fair to ask. Yes, that is fair to ask.
These humans are the gene stealers.
They are very much gene stealers. They are the mutated variety, similar to the creature known as Barabbas, which you fought previously, as well as the Magos midwife that you fought and the sister with the bolt gun.
Love that artwork.
So
Yeah,
the more
it's so
the,
good.
they are
They are
different
heavily
to the other.
mutated.
As in, like, they're more gene stealery.
They're more gene stealery, yes.
Like meta, are we talking like third, maybe a few second generations?
Yes. They are
Mhm.
distinctly second and third generations, if you know what that means.
Dandy, does this look like a cleansing to you?
It looks like the worst buffet I've ever seen. Nevertheless, it looks more like a turf war, to use Ganger speak.
Can
That
I
being
search
said,
the personal belongings for gang mark and
Of
apparels?
these gene stealers.
Yes.
Searching.
sorry, not Ganger. Well, more like turf war, perhaps. It seems like they just. Well, I wouldn't know.
Hmm.
What is your role request?
So you're attempting to search the bodies. That would be an investigation, please.
In our investigation?
Yes.
Because I'm looking for a theory to the madness, and I come up short.
You come up short. It looks like these bodies have been looted of all supplies or anything else they brought with them. They are wearing things that are similar to the bodies of the non-infected humans. We're talking mechanics gear, leather aprons, things that you would wear if you were working in a manufacturer, but jury-rigged. We're talking thicker leathers. They were obviously more heavily dressed than your standard manufacturer worker. These people were prepared for combat at the very least, but they are now just as dead as everybody else.
Position of the wounds, is it execution through the head, or is it shot through a certain appendage, or
You see that some of them
body
have been.
piece?
You see that some of them have been executed through the head. Some are gunshots to the torso. Some to the back. Nothing that you can give a coherent tactic or motive to.
like whether or not you can determine if the person was kneeling when they were shot?
No, you cannot determine that, unfortunately.
Very well.
So, what is your theory, Glaive? What are you looking for? Or what are you
None.
hoping you don't find?
Oh, it's just a bit odd to find a pile of bodies in the room of your enemy that isn't your friends.
When you put it like that, yeah, it is rather suspect.
Can I assess the weapons that the mob, the 30 people had?
The
Whether
30
they were primitive or, again, well armed?
the weapons that the 30 people had, they had essentially implements that they could use to just pull wreckage with, pull fragments with. We're talking just like pipes and like primitive hooks that they were using to pull these pieces of wreckage and these bodies into the incinerators with. Like, this area isn't completely clear. There is still wreckage around here, which that they are apparently trying to remove to make it more habitable.
My theory is that she was like a foreman.
And if you have all these markings, foreman of a family business.
What is there habitation or offices around, Nathan?
There are rooms which have been maybe at one point in the past offices for administratum, but they have now been converted into living quarters. Yes, like we're
Sorry,
talking
God,
rooms in which like people seem to have been living in at one point. Very very recently.
Yeah, I would like to go take a look, because if there's any signs of struggle in the rooms, then that might add to the theory.
Okay. Investigations in there show that there are blankets and things that have been tossed back kicked into the corridor, that kind of thing. You think that the people left here left in a very big hurry. Judging by the things that have happened very recently, might have done so because of you guys.
And the source of explosion, as far as we know it, came from you. Someone gets that.
He's went very quiet for me.
He did also go very quiet for me as well, but I have now turned
I
him
think
up
he
to...
just changed his mic input.
Okay.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Am I
Yes,
still
you-
quiet?
Yes, you are.
you're fine.
But I've turned you up.
I can turn you up.
Uno momento.
Oh, we lost him.
Look what you two done! Look what you done! The fucking two of yous.
How about now?
Oh,
shit.
wonderful. Perfect.
That's grand, Joe.
Better.
Thank you.
Glory be.
Glory be.
Is there any documentation, any markings, writings, holdings, anything?
Lock boxes, strong boxes.
Okay, I'm going to have you do one more investigation.
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 I should really put in some points into investigation.
You should
Yeah,
really...
because I thought awareness would have been like.
Well,
really
awareness, I
something that-
suppose. Awareness, notice details or perceive hidden or obscured objects. Actually, yeah, I would allow you to use
Can I
awareness
use
for this as
awareness?
well. Yes, you can
I'd
use
rather do
awareness
that.
instead.
I don't know. That roll was actually pretty decent. It was a 4, but
Well, how many dice do you get for awareness instead of investigation?
fuck ton more.
I would suggest using that then.
See, this is why I didn't want to do it.
So you don't listen to me. Would you like to use a wrath to re-roll those fails, my friend?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, why not?
See,
Okey
senor.
dokey.
1,
So that
2,
is going to be 1, 2, 3,
4.
4 fails. So you're re-rolling. Oh,
That is now
1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5. Wonderful. And also you gain a good boy point.
Jolly beans.
That's a shame. I had a great complication for that. Within your investigations, you discover that there was apparently some kind of archivist or self-proclaimed archivist who was attempting in their own rudimentary fashion to record the travels of what he was describing as the swaddled, quote unquote.
The swaddle.
He
And
seems
what
to
did
have
these
been
people do?
he seemed to have been carving a book out of flattened pieces of tin, which he was using a screwdriver to carve into. And these are just like pieces of tin, almost like cans which have been flattened and then ring bound together. Essentially, no dates, no recordings of actual lengths of time. The story starts with, "It's time to leave." The twins have made us trust them this far. I think it's only fitting that we leave with them on this journey. Her predictions have always been correct until now, so it's going to happen eventually. Grandfather's going to return. And the further away from that creature we get, the better. And it goes on to detail their escape from the rest of the cult, their travels into the unmanned sections of the station, their fight for survival against starvation and malnutrition and lack of resources, and then eventually encounters with awful creatures melded together from flesh and metal, servitors of an unknown design that they've never seen before, and the loss of man with which they did combat. And then finally, the little tickles at the back of their mind, feeling of presence there. How some of their order fell to this presence and had to be put to the sword, or shall we say, Vrans's bolter. How they had to kill their own friends to prevent the entire family from falling to ruin.
I pocket this because I'm going to bring it back to the group.
Big thing of metal slices into your fucking chest as you shove all these metal bits into your pocket. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Probably.
straps, so I can be like,
Okay, I'm just saying that's yeah, it's fine. That's just in my head. Doesn't have to be in yours.
yeah, you can dream about cutting me as much as you want.
I do.
You're fucked, buddy.
What?
Not everybody behaves like you do. Where my finger's broken. I'll just ram it into this fucking thing anyway.
Why am I now picturing Glaive in a BDSM
Okay,
harness?
wire. I lost that years ago.
Freaking harder.
I'm going to the doctor on the 25th to fix my finger. So
The 25th.
yeah,
As a sort of treat, perhaps.
yeah.
25th? Please tell me it's like 5 years ago, please.
Did I what? Sorry, not the
Did he break his fingers?
not 25th, the 27th. I broke my finger like 4 years ago.
Do you remember when we made Nathan go to the doctor to get his head checked because we thought he was like
I
retarded
was
things?
fucking.
But it turns
We
out
were
he's just fucking retarded.
Seems bro.
We
Pinky finger
fucking-
gang.
Me, Kat, and fucking Nathan and Cece, we were at the fucking bar a few days ago. I was telling this fucking story. I couldn't fucking believe that I actually remembered that it was true. Fucking insane.
Yeah, no, it turns out he's just dumb.
No, it wasn't because I was dumb. It was because
he wasn't even ill. He's
Sorry,
stupid.
sorry.
it
sorry,
wasn't because
sorry,
I was
okay,
ill. It was
sorry.
because I was surviving off of 4 hours of sleep for
Sorry,
like 3 years.
Tangent
wrong?
for Haggy and Joe. For fucking like 2 years, me, Paul, and Reese were telling Nathan to go to the doctors constantly to get a fucking brain scan because he kept forgetting every fucking thing. We thought he had a fucking tumor.
I was just massively,
day.
massively sleep deprived.
Every day, Paul would greet him and say, "Yeah, you had your fucking brain scan, bud," for like a fucking year.
Yeah, and he got one, and it turns out he was just dumb.
I'm actually totally fine. My brain is, according to a doctor, according to a brain surgeon, nominal.
Why don't you use it more?
No.
My brain
He's
is
not-
nominal.
He's not dumb. He's just watched too much Always Sunny.
I've never watched
Oh,
Always Sunny.
fuck.
That's the thing.
Oh,
I've never
Sorry,
watched
I
Always
forgot
Sunny.
about it.
He's frank because every time I go to him, I go, "All right, mate, how's it going?" He goes, "Eh."
He's got donkey brain.
Ah, shit.
Donkey. What?
I'm the trash man. I get in the ring and I throw trash everywhere. It's my gimmick.
Ah.
Turns out, Nathan, you was the strong kid all along.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Yes.
cycle back to
sorry,
this.
Sorry. Glaive, you're fucking bringing a thing to us?
Yeah, I'm still going to, like, how many rooms is there, Nathan? Is it worth searching anymore, just for narrative
There,
speaking?
there are dozens and dozens of rooms. For narrative purposes, we're going to say that you have searched them all.
Cool.
Oh, lovely.
Did I find anything else? Would you like me to make another roll?
Nothing of import.
Right, cool. Hop, skip, and a jump back to the fire and the mushroom soup.
I'd very much love to read that at one point, Glaive.
That bippity bip.
Maybe maybe we'll bring our next lead.
I'm about to read it aloud to the group.
Oh,
Share and
perfect.
tell.
Story time, delicious.
Well, my friends, we've not found this exit yet, but it looks like everybody in here has tried to get out in a hurry. There's a couple of more fucked up looking Xenos over there. The ones that are dead, about to get flung into the pit. I'm sorry, I was a bit distracted there.
Sorry, what was that? Sorry?
Sure, I was distracted.
I need these memes, Paul. Fucking send me these memes, you son of a bitch.
Come on, share with the group. Be nice.
Yeah, please share with the group. Oh, okay, so I'm not crazy, please.
Basically,
Yes,
it looks
yes,
like
sorry.
there's a bit of a civil war going on. These people are trying to run from a grandfather, who they appear to think is going to control the mind and get them back into the hive. So, well, not they are friends. I wouldn't exactly call that, but they're not exactly friends of the others.
Understood. Sorry.
I was grandfather has returned. And anybody
Yes.
that was becoming under his influence, by the looks of this, was executed for the sanctity of the rest of the group. But
That's interesting, actually. That it's evolving into a civil war over it, essentially.
We can probably press this advantage.
But it leaves us at a bit of an end because our objective is on the move. The twins are leading these people on their exodus.
Does it actually say where? Can we get a route possible? Give it any direction of their eventual destination.
No, there is no leading up to the destination. The final tale is of the slaying, the culling of these infected individuals due to the re-emergence of this mental hive mind.
No, it doesn't say anything at all, but they might be playing a little Hansel and Gretel in case any other of the cults want to follow.
Is it the what?
Hansel and Gretel.
That's probably some Underhive tale.
You
Stop
know,
speak-
it was
stop
the
speaking
two
witch.
guardsmen that found each other by leaving tracking marks.
Nah.
No, you never heard it one?
No, that never served the regiment.
They were on the Feral World forest, and if they came across an outpost buried in the woods, and they managed to get out of there by following breadcrumbs, little trails and markers.
Hansel.
Sounds Germanian.
Hansel and Gretel.
It's
I'm pretty sure I served beside some Krieg warriors that actually had those names.
What does a forest look like? I've never seen one in person.
I'm pretty sure it's High Gothic. I don't know if it's Craig.
Terrifying.
Fair.
Right.
I mean, if they're this bad at the station, we can always just blow up the oxygen generation and force them to leave or die.
It's
Kill what
possible.
of the Xeno.
Well, what I can tell you is that our breadcrumbs, 3 of them have ran that way.
Well, we go that way then.
That'll be a good idea.
By the way, there was murder servitor in the pile of bodies.
Oh,
They've come across him themselves.
those fracking things are everywhere now.
I was about to say, those things are cropping up
Popping
everywhere.
out of vents. God. How many of those things are in
Yeah.
the crate?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Actually, that was a question I was about to ask out of character. Nathan, how many like
Indeterminate.
do we see how many, like how many okay, fair.
There was a lot of them.
Okay, there was a. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Between a trickle and a fuck ton.
Yeah,
Exactly how many there need to be.
there are exactly how many.
Every so often.
No. There is as many as we come across.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
Nathan stamps his Odin spear and goes, as many as are needed.
You have so far
Saboteurs.
killed a total of
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
How many, sorry?
You've killed 8 so far.
One more time, just for the section.
8.
We have killed 8.
What say it's for?
You have killed 8.
You ruined it.
8.
Okay, but how many are in the crate?
It was indeterminate. There was a fucking lot of plugs, but more than one can plug into each of them. That's the issue.
Okay. So it was like a
There may be a couple dozen.
so like there was like a fucking like a selection of like 8 or so sockets per like fucking input, and it could have been as many as they could just fit.
Yeah.
Okay.
These things can
the actual
fold.
crate. Right. Okay, that's fair. Fair enough. Well,
Can we
Glaive.
track them down?
Yes.
And perhaps if we find out where they are going, we can put these debt charges to use.
It's a good point, actually. How many did you manage to salvage?
24? Something around that. It's all plastic, so it can kind of bunch up.
Yeah.
Anybody else bring a bag, actually? Just me?
I could probably strap a few of them to my
We
belt.
could kick it along like a skiffball. You know, you ever play that game?
I wouldn't suggest strapping explosive to yourself.
I'll
Yeah,
be
but
under the
You are
cloak.
an angel.
They'll be back. They'll be under my cloak on my back. Fine. It'll never. It won't. It won't. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I just look at the plastic explosive.
Oh. He did also say that the were getting led by someone that had foretold something. I think it
What?
might be the witch that we disposed of. She might have been able to see his grandfather if he was coming back.
Diviner.
Can I have a look around and find something to improvise as a bag?
Oh yeah, you can find a bag.
There's plenty of clothes over there.
You can find you'll be able to find a bag with these people that probably had bags when they came in, so you can find a shitty bag.
Yeah.
Perfect. We should probably bring back the auto guns from the two guards outside as well.
I'll go collect them.
What do the mage outside have, actually?
Magus.
Is he like a fancy weapon?
The Magus had had a
Sheer willpower.
Back 1 second.
yeah, she straight up had sheer willpower. She didn't have any actual weapons upon her.
There you go.
She had a death bolt assassin.
Yes. Just to make it clear, I mentioned this at the start of outside at the end of the last session. The Magus outside, as well as the woman with the bolt gun, look very, very similar.
You did mention they were twins.
Or close enough.
What does that add to the context? Is that a gene stealer thing?
That sounds like it.
So
I
who were
suppose
you?
range of
Who
two
were you?
psychers.
Just ask. Who are you down here to find?
Yeah, look alike. What do you think we killed the twins?
Yeah, the twins. They're guys, but weren't they?
Never said they were guys.
The text did.
You sure about that bit?
I'm pretty sure the text said the twins, like as in like male.
Don't think it ever mentioned that.
Surprise, they're both bald.
Well, they're both dead, so oh well. Guess we found the twins. Fun though.
Do I notice that when I'm putting the bodies all together in a pile?
I imagine you would, yeah.
Ah, guys, look. These two are twins.
As in the twins.
Might be. I haven't stripped them to see exactly how much of a twin they're like.
Zephaniah,
What?
are these the twins?
Are they?
Yes.
Oh no, Zeph is being sassy. What did I come back to?
No, this is Joe being sassy. I'm not sure if I wasn't here last session, so these could be the twins or just Gene Stealer cultists look
Yep.
similar.
That's right.
Nathan Mike dropped us a narrative bomb.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
Nathan Mike dropped us a narrative bomb.
Yeah, you know the twins that we were looking for?
yeah, it's twins.
Yeah, this was them. They're dead.
Yep.
Oh, fuck!
When I was like, look, it's fucking twin.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, narratively speaking,
Mm-hmm.
Evangeline to both twins went, "Hi, I'm here to talk. How are you?" And they went, "Fuck off." To which
Yeah.
I went, okay.
Okay.
They did
I think
say
there was a
fuck
wee
off.
bit more talking to trying to placate
Mhm.
the situation.
You spoke to one twin a lot longer than the other one, put it that way.
That is true.
Yeah, there was Enos. Not Enos.
That is also true.
Well, yes, these are, to answer your question, it's just a yes. These seem to be the twins. So, we've cut ahead of one, a metaphorical snake. Now just this Kev fellow.
Kev the Link, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Give the lead, yes. Zephaniah, what do you mean cut the head off of this snake? We didn't cut the snake head off the coat then. You told us to leave him. You said
I
it was a
don't
bit
even-
more dangerous inside that
Sorry.
hive block.
Was he even part of the snake at that point? Looks like he was pretty far down.
Hyde brought sack of plastic explosive.
Yeah, we can go back and demolish it. I mean, we took on 30 of these people here. Plus, if deductions are going either way, the ones up the top, probably a bit more enemies of these ones, seeing as these ones were running deeper to get away from the grandfather, whereas the ones up there are quite content and staying.
Does make sense.
Wounded or not, whether or not you believe that excuse. out of character, I do realise that my accent has now changed to Gunter Steiner. Like,
Gunter Steiner.
anyone watching F1?
Steiner.
No.
Where's the fucking meme?
It does
I
seem
suppose,
that this.
I suppose the less, I suppose the less dramatis personae one finds, the more likely they are to be all well, directionless, prone to fits of frenzy. Bottom line is they'll be disorganized if they don't have a guiding voice, and if they did rally behind the quote-unquote prophecies of these individuals, I suppose it means whichever cultist we find down here, whatever groups, they'll be panicking, easier to pick off. And if we're already fighting each other, we can pretty much, as long as we avoid the explosions, effectively waltz past. Assuming we would find another murder servitor.
That's what worries me. Instead of putting all the jigsaw pieces together, we're breaking them.
But
We're,
to be fair, to be absolutely fair, in this situation, they're the ones who want to have the jigsaw puzzle put together.
but shouldn't you think we should have some pieces of the jigsaw before we go eventually confront the Inquisitor? Seeing as she's invited us to meet her.
Well, we still have the pieces. They're just broken.
I mean, the last time we tried to take a jigsaw piece and put it into its proper place, we ended up having it burnt at the stake.
That's
What difference does it make?
also
That
true.
one was more like, the cellophane around the box.
Well, it's probably been degloved in a similar manner. Point still stands. Unless, of course, I suppose that ledger that you brought, that carving, that journal, whatever you want to call it, I suppose is a good jumping off point if one is to take it as a form of evidence.
Yes,
Why?
I think it... Sister, would you mind sticking in the backpack for safekeeping?
What?
I'm saying, would you mind sticking it in the backpack for safekeeping? Like, along with, like, the explosives and the autocannons?
No? What am I putting in the backpack?
The scroll, the slate that he
Oh.
chiseled into with, Dear Diary.
Mm-hmm.
The Xenoslate, yes.
Yeah.
The
So-
dear diary, it's a bad day. I can't get tacos anymore.
What do we actually know? We know that there are two containers. One, which was wiped off the manifest, which is, according to the Ministratum, not believed to be missing, which is the one that contains the guns. And the second container that is on record that went missing, which is the one that contained the murder servitors and the...
Unknown crowd.
Mysterious being in a chamber.
Yeah.
Which we
And-
are presuming to be the grandfather.
Yeah. So, we've
Or
located...
it's either the grandfather or the heretic traitor.
True.
Located the container that had the murder servitors and the grandfather in it. We still have no clue where the other container is, but we do know that
Yes.
the weapons from said container are now making their way into the market.
Yeah, she's got one right now.
I've got one.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to summarize where we were with this.
Also,
Does it not-
we've sectioned off like a good 75% of the station where the container is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Does it not worry you that the murder servitors are down here and concentrate? The deeper we go, the more we seem to find, as if whoever came in that container is wanting to clear this section out.
Perhaps, I guess.
I mean, why
Yeah.
deploy your troops to one area if you don't want it secured?
Well, besides us, who else is down here? Gene Stealers and
Just
Lower
Yeah.
Hive.
Yeah.
A possible traitor, inquisitor.
Just
Put
scums.
it this way, if you were a traitor running from the Inquisition, would you not go to the lower steps to try and conceal yourself?
That's
I can only think of people who are trying to hide for the Emperor's light as bottom dwellers.
Unless
People
it's
often
exactly
get
what
that
we'd
wrong.
think.
I suppose we could push deeper if you wanted.
So
So
our current
afternoon.
search in this area is to try and locate the container.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And also the oxygen facility that was down here as well.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
So which way do we go? Do we continue searching deeper for the container, or do we head back up to Kiv the Leg and the Inquisitor?
I'd say we might as well search when we're down here. It takes about a full day to walk back to the surface. So
Hmm.
I think those Xenos probably
Primary
done in
mission
that.
is to locate the container and the goods inside it.
Well, I mean, the goods probably aren't inside of it anymore.
Well,
There might be some
locate the
evidence as to
container.
who stole it.
Hmm.
Well,
Yes,
it
fine.
seems pretty obvious it was the Xenos, right? Like, who else is down here?
Question,
The
Kaiser,
family.
Guardsman.
What about the
You bought
administration?
you bought your weapon off of black market dealer.
Oh yeah,
What are the
the
what
guy
are
I
the
talked to back there.
right?
The one
What
you
are the
shot his friend's head off.
I was fine with that. What are the chances that he bought it himself from the actual holder of said crate?
Oh,
Could
very low.
really?
Oh yes,
Hmm.
these too dangerous. Need more degrees of separation if you're selling black market weaponry. The guy he bought it off probably bought it off them or got it through the family.
I have a
I don't, I don't,
theory.
I don't know of anybody else who could steal a container this big. That's not my voice.
That's
They
fair.
certainly didn't steal it. We really have fucking Imperium guns.
Hmm.
If the
Fair.
gene stealers are stole the crate, one, either they're stealing it so they can run from grandfather, or they're arming themselves for his welcome.
Hmm.
Hmm? Or
I,
perhaps he's instructing them to steal it and arm themselves.
So for now,
Or
what do you think?
either way, if they have it, it spells doom for quite a lot of us.
It does, and to be quite frank, if we can't stop it, my brothers will have to be called in, and they will.
It's not
I
that
don't.
bad, is it? They'll just nuke
that's
the
what
place a
worries
little
me.
bit. They'll just push this rock into the sun.
And that's what they'll be doing. Yes, that's what I
That's
mean
what
by my
worries.
brothers calling in.
Do you
My
really
brother.
believe Inquisitors here just to find a heretic? Especially with an alien vessel creating gravitational anomalies nearby?
Inquisitors are deranged at best of times. My chapter has had dealings with them in the past. They, once they set themselves on a path, they disregard anything else that gets in the way. Anything.
What I'm getting at is that there might be a much bigger picture than just looking for the crate.
Yeah,
Might be, but might not be.
There's many things in motion.
it's above my pay grade, I know that.
Right now,
Mine.
we find the crate. We find it. Perhaps it will lead us to who took it. If it
Save the
wasn't the family.
True.
save the cheerleaders, save the world. Understood.
Yes, and get paid by the Baron for the information.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Neutralize a threat to this station.
And then shoot the Baron.
And then double dip and sell
Fire
off the
the
information through
Baron?
Kreiser's contacts.
Oh, I dislike him.
That, and I think he's somewhat implicated.
How so?
Well, that's just a bonus.
Well, if I know courtly life and governors, which unfortunately I do, if you find an honest one, you've probably been reunited by the Emperor.
Do you think he's a gene stealer?
I don't
Hiding
know.
in plain sight?
If he was, that'd be quite a twist. But at the same
Having
time, why would he send us to go down and not some of his own cronies? If he
put
were,
us in a
That-
wild goose chase.
unless he's infected.
From what? We weren't chasing anything to begin with. I would understand trying to throw us off a scent if we were already investigating something, but he just hired us to look into this box. We weren't fucking doing anything with
Anyway.
our hands.
Hmm.
I suggest we get some sleep and start our search afresh in the morning. Well,
Good night,
Okay.
mortals.
or later.
Jolly
So
good.
who's on
It's the
I-
Rangers. He doesn't sleep.
Marine Scout doesn't need to sleep. He can stay on watch all night.
Relax,
Or-
sister. Relax. Honest, I'm just
Right.
asking a question.
While you're resting, I have 2 questions for Kryza. Question number 1. What is the range of your Voxcaster?
100 kilometers.
Did you give
Jeez.
the Voxcaster range to anyone other than the Ecclesiarchy?
Yeah, definitely.
His gang.
Okay, so you've given it to perhaps the Baron for contact purposes?
Oh no, the Baron would never contact me personally. Probably give it to some intermediary of the Baron. Somebody probably gets information for it, like some clerk or something gets information and then tells it to the Baron and pretends that he found it out and gets promoted. That's how it works. So the Baron's probably got like a secretary or like a confidant or like an advisor who buys information from me and then tells the Baron like, "Oh, I found out this thing. Give me a job and a promotion."
And you've never actually met the Baron, yes, correct?
Oh no, never, no.
Okay, just checking. And none of the rest of you have any way to contact the Baron at this current moment?
No.
Not other through Kryza. I mean, we do have. Would one of us have his frequency? I was
Zed
his
probably
contact killer, and Joe was his chumly friend.
That's fine,
Fair
we'll deal
weapon,
with that when
aren't
you
they?
guys get up to the surface again.
It's all going to hell up here.
Well, guys, I really like the underground. I don't ever want to go back to the surface. It's too crazy down here.
We're just going to keep putting our heads underground for now. That was just checking.
Just like
Oh, yeah.
just like home.
You guys can totally wait for the 6 hours, rest, recuperate. Please reset all of your shock and wounds. I imagine that all of the doors, to these to the oxygen facility has been sealed by yourselves to permit security. And which,
narratively speaking, we went and closed off the other door.
narratively speaking, 100%, which means that you have a very peaceable, relaxing rest and sleep. In the morning, however, you wake up refreshed. What would you like to do?
Well,
At breakfast.
are we going deeper to follow the Xenos that ran away? Obviously, they ran somewhere.
I vote to go deeper.
We should be able to track them, see where they run to next.
If we come across them, we will deal with them. Our primary objective is to locate the container.
But they
Maybe
probably
they're going
ran in
towards
the
the
way of
container.
more civilization, which would be towards the container, right? Because it's going to be with the people who stole it. There's not many people down here.
To be fair, we don't know anywhere else to actually
Go.
direction-wise down deeper, so it'd be our best
Might
bet.
as well.
Is anybody familiar with manufactorums or oxygenation plants as to where they might keep the storage? You know, somewhere place that can hold a crate.
Excuse me.
No problem.
It depends on the manufacturer and where it's built. Fucking hundreds of designs.
I'd imagine they would have influx and outflux of supplies.
I look around the room we're in.
Uh,
Probably. Would I know, Nathan?
I mean, judging from the corridor that you entered through to get in here, that seemed to be a way that supplies were able to come in through rail.
Was that the in or was that the out?
That seemed to be in. So there would be an output as well on the opposite side of the station, where waste materials could be thrown out.
Just point at the opposite side of the room with another giant door. Well, it's probably that.
Yeah. So you
could
guys
just
can.
fucking put the thing right through here on a big fucking rail. Possible. We had the infrastructure down here.
So yeah, you guys can open that door. You can see a quite similar rail network which leads out and further into the structure of Galahad Station, into the abandoned sectors, which presumably was, this door was open when you guys came in here, so presumably people did flee in this direction at some point.
Alright. Shall we go this way?
Absolutely. Go.
Lead the way?
Yeah.
So, can I get a survival, please?
Fair to you.
Coming up. You want me to take no assist?
Yeah, you can assist.
Wonderful.
That is a 3 from me.
Okay, so Sister Evangeline pushing through.
3.
So
Yeah,
that's
3
1,
and a
2,
complication.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wonderful. Sister Evangeline, you have had to track these creatures before, and therefore you're able to tell which areas they make use of more than not. And so you're pretty sure you're able to see that these guys have scattered in quite a lot of directions. They're unable to pinpoint direction that a fair few of them may have gone into. Somewhere a little bit off the grid, into a alleyway, quote unquote. And you can see that at some point in the past that they've maybe hidden in a little vent, came out of it after a few hours after realizing that you weren't pursuing, continued on, that kind of thing. Until you find a large room, which seems to have at some point been maybe some kind of storage area. It looks like there are large panels on the walls which can slide outwards, almost like in a morgue, to reveal glowing coils of some kind, which you can actually tell that a couple of them are actually glowing and outputted, if you see what I'm meaning. These stretch all the way up in a dome structure, all ahead. So these coils can like slide in and out. Almost kind of like a nuclear reactor, I would describe it as nearly. You can see that near the center of the room there is a dead gene stealer. One of these cultists that have fled previously. It looks like his head has been crushed into the water.
Wasn't one of
below.
ours.
I just kind of put my hand out for everybody to hold.
Scan the room, Nathan. See if I notice anything.
Awareness, please.
Can I assist?
Yes. Why are you so bad at awareness, mate?
Why am I so bad? Full stop.
Do you want me to assist in Evangeline?
One moment.
Oh, he's got
Are we all making an awareness test?
a second.
I think so.
Oh, he's back. Never mind.
Oh, another complication.
Right.
Test the graph.
So,
Add to the glory point, boys and ladies.
I'm going to add to this fucking glory point. Would you stop fucking doing that?
Oh no, he's broken down.
Doing what?
So, oh, fucking goddamn it.
Back in a second.
Mm,
1 second.
Ice, please. You complained at me for so long about the actual number system, and now that I'm actually typing numbers, you're making it worse. And I can see you're doing it, Paul. You can see that there is one of... It's you, Haggy. I can fucking see it. You can see...
I don't know how to do it, to be honest.
You can see that one of these coils has actually been pushed out of its housing and is now sitting kind of shorting a little bit in the water. And you can in fact determine that the sliding door that this coil sits in is closed at the moment. Well, not entirely closed. There's still a crack where it's shunted out slightly. And in that crack you can see a small face peeking out at you. One of these cultists.
I'm going to let them deal with it. I'm going to go, what do you call it, medicate and determine what crushed this guy's heat.
Okay.
Five. With a complication.
Not only do you know what's crushed its head, you can see it. Coming down from one of the many corridors which interlock into this reactor core, you can see a hulking behemoth of a murder servitor, larger than the ones you've previously faced, holding some kind of large plasma cannon of some kind in one hand, in one hand and terrible pincers in the other. It stomps and thunders down this corridor towards you. Its single eye, large and mechanical, in the center of its forehead.
Combat positions, everybody. By the way, Sean, there's a gene stealer in like a cracked doorway.
Yeah.
Watching us.
Go.
How does a charge work in this?
Is it double or triple your speed? Was and you take melee attack. Can't remember.
Nathan, I hide behind underneath the floorboards again. I'm kidding.
Yeah. So
Charge full round action to run and make a melee attack with a +1 bonus to the dice to the attack test.
And running is double your speed.
So,
Yeah,
how
double your
far away is it right now? Because it is moving towards us.
it is a total of, at this current moment, 6, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, let's do another 2 for fun. 28 meters away at this current moment. It's 28 meters away from Glaive. Glaive is in the center of the room. That's on the other side of it, which means that it is a total of 28 times 2, 40, 56 meters away.
Yeah, so far. Okay, I'm gonna kind of move up to near Glaive and just take a hold position and just draw my weapons ready.
Okay, so we'll take time to get to Glaive because Glaive is in the center of the room, which is 28 meters away from you.
Oh, I'm in the middle of a room.
You're in the middle because you went to the middle of the room to analyze this fucking murder servitor.
So I'm gonna run and ready my weapons. So I'll be 12 meters closer. So I'll be then
Okay.
60 meters from Glaive.
Wonderful.
I was going to be a bastard and ask, is there anything around me that, I can duck behind? Can I hide?
We can. Well, you're in the center of an open room.
It's an open room with nothing in it. Cool. Right.
Well, you've got those coils which can open and close, so you can technically open and close one of those, I imagine. If you want.
Can I hide behind one of them?
You would have to do a simple action to open one, to like cause it to draw upwards, and then you can hide behind it if you like.
We in combat right now?
You can choose to be in combat.
I mean, is it charging at him?
It is slowly moving towards him. It is a thunderous and slow plodding thing, but it is moving towards him, and it is fucking looking at him.
So it's
Scarily.
moving, yeah, so it's moving towards him with the purpose of killing him.
With intent, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in combat. So I can take a simple action.
You can take a simple combat and move action. You okay with that, by the way, Helly?
I would like
Okay
to
with
put.
Cool. Gives her something to sniff.
Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I?
Let's get some combat music on.
How many coils can I put up?
Simple action for 1.
How many simple actions can you do?
1.
Fuck it. 1 goes up. And I sneak away. I'm out of sight.
Okay. So, you're going to give me a stealth, yeah?
Sure. You want? You want it now?
Yes, please.
Uh, 5, 6.
Okay, so let me just double check something here. Please excuse me when I search for this.
How'd you do?
No.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
I'm trying to find hide and stealth here. So if anybody sees it.
I'm also going to try and stealth.
Skill. Okay. So it's a difficulty 3. You have rolled higher than difficulty 3. You are currently not. You're currently hidden from its view. We shall say.
Grazie mille. I'm ready with my sword.
Alrighty. Its turn, unless anyone would like to seize the initiative.
No.
Also, I'm trying to
Yeah,
skip
I
this
like
song to make
long-range
some combat
shots.
music.
Oh, okay.
They're too far to begin with.
Yeah, he's
Not for some people.
too far, too far.
Not for some people.
I know.
Sean.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, am I also stealth there, Nathan?
Did you roll stealth?
I did.
Let me see your stealth. Yes, you can also hide behind one of these pillars if you so choose to.
It's another good boy point if it's not been added
Wonderful.
already.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
yes.
shut your eyes.
Goodbye.
Alrighty. And that means that. Yeah. So, Sean, would you like to do a turn, or would you just like to pass it to this thing?
I would like to do a turn. Yes. Could I
Yes.
possibly seize the initiative, please?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Thank you. Nathan,
Yes, Sean.
I would like to cold shot this thing.
Cold shot it. Where would you like to cold shot it, Sean?
I think it's a murder servitor.
It is a very large murder servitor.
Yeah, it's a very large murder servitor.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go right to this eye socket. Fuck
Right
it.
for the eye socket. Okie dokie.
Gotta Emperor, guide my aim.
I believe in you, Sean.
This is a +3 difficulty.
I'm going to use a wrath point to reroll those failures, my dude.
Okay.
So that is 6. That's an extra good boy point. So we're still at the. Was it taken down from 6 yet?
No,
No.
It's up to
So it's still.
7,
So it's
I don't think so.
okay. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 icons, Nathan. I am swimming ahead of its defense.
Let me just double check. Its defense is. What's its defense in this fucking sheet?
Shouldn't be that high. I hope it's not that high. Christ, if it's that high.
It's very
You're
slow
fucked.
moving, so probably
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, probably not.
Doesn't mean it's easy to damage.
Yeah, I just want to
4
know
plus
if I can
9,
shift.
yeah?
Yeah, 9.
You had it, yes.
Okay.
Please
Depends
take
what
some
its
damage.
resilience is. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You need to-
The question is, so Nathan,
Mhm.
I'm shifting 1 icon, so I'll bring me down to 7. Will I still shift? Will I still hit if I shift 2 for 5 icons?
What will that bring it down to? 7 or 6?
No. So if I shift 1 icon for, down to 7, I'll shift 2 down to 5. Will I still hit by if I 5 icons?
No.
Will I still hit? No, it's just 1. That's fine. Okay, and so that's 1 extra damage from shifting. How many icons do I get for the cold shot? How big is this target that I'm hitting? 2d6, 3d6, 1d6?
3d6. You're hitting its eye.
3. Okay, so and the +1, that's 4. That's fine. Damage bonus, 46. There we go, boys. Oh, fuck! Holy shit!
Hey, that's pretty
Nice.
Oh, fuck, that's
Nice.
a lot of damage. Okay.
So what's the damage on this?
Okay, so base 10,
19.
12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, yeah, 19 damage total, Nathan.
19 damage total. How much AP do you have?
No AP.
No AP. 19 damage total.
Yeah,
it
to the eye.
is.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much resistance the eye has.
Well,
it's
you know,
armored.
these AccuView contact lenses, you
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah, so
I'm
so
just
so
saying.
yeah, so no AP on the attack, Nathan. No AP on the damage, but yeah.
Lucky for us, servitors see with their hearts.
You fire. You
Oh.
line up this strike, and
I see it like moving an enclave.
fire.
Curve the bullet.
It begins to you think for a second that you've missed, but then it begins to almost like track movement to see if there's any to see where its target's gone. And as it moves its head to the left, the bullet perfectly goes through its large protruding eye. It is now, for all intents and purposes, blinded.
Oh, baby! A triple! Cool beans. Excellent. And that's my turn. Excellent. That's it, Nathan.
Its turn. It is going to like pause for a second, as if calculating something in its head, and then it is going to continue advancing. Marching forward, attempting to detect people. It keeps marching forward, Glaive,
How close?
getting closer and closer to your position with every step.
It's approaching so slowly, yet menacingly.
Yes, it is. It is menacing and slow at the same time.
The mighty glacier.
What would you like to do?
Iceberg, dead ahead.
So who wants to go
we'll
next?
we'll say that it has currently covered 12 meters. So it is 12 meters away from Glaive, which means it is currently 24 meters away from Cecily. Give or take. Like 2 meters.
No, I'm not Cecily.
Evangeline. Fuck. That means it's another good boy points for you boys.
Oh, you giving us one for it?
Yep, I'm giving you one for that.
Oh shit, he gets a good point every time he calls Cat's character Cecily.
Yep.
Oh, that's cheating.
Yep,
That's
that's
basically a free good boy point every session, boys. Come on.
Sorry,
What do you
Cat.
think, Listinius?
So I was
Oh.
16 meters from Glaive.
You're 60 meters away from Glaive. It has moved up to 12 meters away, which means that it is now 28 meters away from you.
Okay, cool.
Would anybody like to do anything?
I mean,
If
I was
can
gonna
pull up the last go. Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna say if nobody else wanted to do anything, I'd do something. But you go ahead.
Unfortunately,
feel
you
like-
cannot.
Hmm?
Kryza can. Evangeline cannot, because Evangeline's already
Okay.
had her turn.
Yeah,
enough.
and I can't.
Just gonna pop the last gun up. Have a look at it. Where's the go? Pop the shot the flashlight.
Okay.
The last gun. So it's a 8.
Fucking hell. Alright, you want
That
to shift any for damage?
hits.
How many can I shift for damage instead?
Let me just check it here again. Remember to reload, by the way. That is going to be a 2.
Okay, I shall do that then. Extra 2 damage to my.
Also, we got 6 good boy points. Fucking, like, use 2 of those for more damage.
So,
Fuck me.
Oh yeah, okay, I'll add on. Yeah, so I'll roll another. I'll use a good boy point for an extra d6. Doesn't do anything.
It's fine.
That is an extra. So 10 damage. with 2 pen, please.
10 damage, 2 pen.
As I just fucking load the flashlight into it.
It
I set
does.
up full auto and I forgot. Just.
Even with full auto, this thing seems to be saturated with laser fire. As you let go, the lasers, the energy that has impacted it seems to just hiss off of its battle plate, heated red hot, but maybe charring the flesh below, but suffering no permanent or lasting damage. Excuse me.
No damage?
No damage.
Piss.
Oh fuck. Go. Okay.
Well, maybe 1 damage. No, sorry, 1 damage. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, basically no
Nice
damage.
Basically no damage, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this thing's resilience. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's a tough fuck. It's a tough
But it-
fuck.
But
you
it
want to
isn't.
start reloading?
I mean, there's like, so what? Shoot it with a flashlight again?
Oh.
With 3
It
extra
doesn't
damage
seem
dice.
immune to status effects though, which gives me an idea.
Oh, good shit. Yeah, fair.
As a dirty fighter,
Well, I mean, it's already had its go. It moved, so like, yeah, go for it. Right, Nathan?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get much closer than I was actually do this though. Like I'm open to do an interaction attack.
Good to do an interaction attack. Interesting.
Like I want to cripple as a dirty fighter. If I do an interaction, I have to distract it sufficiently in order to, I suppose, incapacitate it. I can add one of the extras here. So he's already blinded. So I can, if I'm able to shift 2 icons, I can make him prone, restrained, or staggered.
Nice.
So, at this point, this is essentially not a combat anymore. This is you're trying to disarm this heavy fucking weapon system, right?
Basically.
You're trying to stealth up to this thing, have it not detect you, and kill you instantly. Is that what you are going to attempt to do? Because it will take you several rounds of combat in order to get up to it, and that will involve other people not shooting you, or other people not shooting it.
You know what? No, fuck that. Then. No, I'll wait until it gets closer.
Oh, it's going to continue advancing. Okay. As it continues to advance, it is going to continue to make awareness checks to try and suss people out. Okay, that's 1. Let me just check what you rolled for stealth again. 5, 6. Glaive, you see this creature stomp past you. Just slowly, doesn't even see that you're there.
Can I make a whatever you call it type attack? Seeing as it's like run. I know you can.
You can attempt it. You can see that you can just hear that it's chattering to itself in binary at the current moment, as well as it's like marching.
Can I do the attack that you do when someone disengages from combat? What is that called again?
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
Yes, I suppose you could. Yes. Would you prefer to do that rather than wait for fucking Zephaniah to try his interaction attack?
It's up to you, Zeph.
If it's going past, I could always try. Of the actual specific one.
I mean, we all know my party tricks. Does everybody want to see Zeph's party trick?
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Ta-da! It's in my face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. So, out of all the interactions, I don't think deception's really gonna work.
No.
Well,
Probably not.
Not intimidation, persuasion, tech use.
Tech use may work.
Yeah, but I might not be able to do it properly. Got 0 points in tech use. I've got people for that.
Now, hold on, let's just have a look. Let me just double check something here. Interaction.
In the actual page itself is, let's see.
190.
I had it right here.
Thank you.
190.
I can't wait for the actual physical book to come. Okay, so we got. Yes, you can use any of those. You could also, for example, sneak up on it and turn on a couple of those pillars to knock it off balance, knock it onto its back. You could turn on the. You can sneak around, turn on a lot of those pillars to trap it.
Yeah, so let's trap it.
Okay. So this is going to involve some stealth checks to get you to sneak up on it successfully and activate a lot of those pillars.
Boom shakalaka.
Okay. So. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Would you like to re-roll? Would you like to spend a wrath token to re-roll any of those?
I mean, how many do I need?
I don't know yet. I've not rolled awareness for it.
Do keep in mind that because it's blinded, it suffers a -4.
Oh, I'm aware.
Oh, I'm saying this to Joe, not you.
Oh yeah, I'll do one wrath to do some of those failures.
Okay. Hit me with it.
How many has failed?
That'll be 4.
Yeah, 4d6.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, yes, it is. It's going to take you like a few seconds to do this, so everybody else holds their fire, I imagine, while you're sneaking up.
Yeah.
So, can you give me a tech use to be able to activate enough of these pillars in time to essentially encircle this creature?
Open sesame. Oh fuck.
Okay, so that's going to be another opportunity here.
Remember the glory. Remember the glory. All the glory.
You bet your ass for using glory.
First thing that happens is that you start activating them. Okay, best thing to do, just activate them in front of it first. You activate a couple of these pillars. They start just slowly lifting out of the ground, hissing upwards, and into position. The creature hears this and raises its weapon to fire at this pillar, and will attempt to do so. You are nearby, so if it fucking misses, that's technically firing into melee with you. Or if you see what I mean, it's firing at this thing, but it might hit you, so this is going to be fun. That is a ballistic skill. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, just it essentially begins to use this plasma caster to breach through this energy coil, which begins to spark and spit around. Can you please give me a toughness check?
Do it. Attributes. There we go.
You're fine. You do get shocked a little bit by this electricity, which is sparking off this coil, but you're just like, ah. You don't cry out, you don't scream, you don't take any damage from it at this time, and you keep flipping these switches. Give me another stealth and another tech use, please.
Stealth and tech use.
Yes. Please use some glory if you like to assist you in your tech use, because you have 2 d6 in your fucking tech use, bud.
Yeah, I'm going to use a glory for that.
Does anyone object to that?
Mind.
No, go for it, man.
So a glory is going to add an extra d6 on for you.
Nathan, narratively, can I assist him in his stealth?
Oh, you 100% can assist him. Well, not in his. You can assist him in his stealth, but he does seem to be pretty fucking stealthy at the moment. You can assist
Fair
him.
enough.
You can assist him in flipping on all these things and trapping this creature if you like.
Oh fuck. Yeah, you bet your ass.
Would you like assistance, Joe?
I would very much like assistance.
Don't forget to roll that extra d6, Joe.
Yep.
So 3 onto Joe's.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a complication. You succeed.
I see him complicate and like basically run over and.
You succeed.
Is it red, green, or red, fuck?
You succeed, but
Fucking need Chrysler over here to get this shit done.
the electricity which is inflicting itself upon this murder servitor seems to be short-circuiting various pathways that are within it. It is standing there and it is taking it until you see its neck click 45 degrees one way, click 45 degrees another way, and then you see 2 flashing lights which previously having been silent on its shoulders begin to blink, and then blink again, and then blink
Going into
again
recovery mode.
in a sequence which seems to be slowly but surely counting down. Other than that, it is not moving.
Oh. Counting down's never good. Or is it?
You tell me if a countdown on a murder servitor is good.
It is not.
Combi. Chrysler. Is this calling for help? Is it about to blow?
How am I supposed to fucking know? It's a senator.
I love that you're the closest thing to a tech priest in this.
You're the fucking tech genius.
Have a look. I walk up to the servitor.
It's
Okay.
casually eating an apple.
It's fucking blind.
It is also not moving at this current moment. It could well be just offline at the moment, but to determine
Yeah,
more,
that's
you're
not
going to need it.
I want to go up and have a look at it to
Yeah.
see what it's doing, so I
Please.
can figure out what's happening with it.
Please give me a tech use.
Okay. Please be. I'm going to use a wrath to reroll 2.
That's a lot of fucking sixes.
So
Yep.
that's 40.
That's a 7 right there with a complication.
I don't want the complication.
That's fair.
The last dice is going to be.
You're getting a
4.
complication, bud.
No, I'm not. The last one was 4.
Oh,
so-
okay. Son of a bitch.
That was 9
Dag nabbit.
successes.
That's another 3 successes for
Okay.
2, 4, 6,
9.
7, 10.
10.
Not
Yeah,
only
there's a 4 in that first roll.
not only can you determine the fact that this is not recovery mode, this is self-destruct mode, which, judging by the fact that it's got a plasma caster attached to its arm of some kind, could be quite devastating.
Pretty bad.
You're just fucking able to. You're pretty sure you can quite easily disable that.
Just fucking reach in, grab a wire,
And you go,
yeah,
And
give
then
it a
it
to
start-
destruct.
and then it starts to boot in recovery mode.
Does it?
I
Yes.
run up to it.
Is it
and
actually?
It is currently offline, but it may reboot at some point in the future.
Okay. I look into it. Can I find where it's getting powered from?
It seems to be some kind of internal fusion battery.
I look into it. think I can pull it out.
Oh yeah.
Fucking whoop.
Hmm.
There we go.
Lovely.
Switched it off.
Evangeline, you were about to say
Get hold of
something
the
as well.
battery.
Oh, thank the stars.
Nah, it's dysfunctional now.
These things
Oh,
are not so dangerous when you just unplug them.
Yeah, it's usually getting that close to do it that's the problem.
Yeah, it was blind, so you know, it's sort of helpful.
The press McKinnon might be useful
And
for someone that
distracted.
can use it.
Anyway,
I mean, I don't really. I'm pretty technical, but I don't really want to go fucking around with a plasma cannon that's attached to a server door.
now that that's out of the way, I walk over to the cabinet where the other person, creature, Gene Stealer's hiding. I just open the door, I reach in and pull them out.
Please, please have mercy. This quite skinny, runt of the litter looking guy, wearing manufacturer's garb and bald head, quite pathetic looking.
Answer some questions and you will receive the Emperor's mercy.
If you do cooperate, the Emperor will give his blessing onto you and you will be safe.
The Emperor's mercy?
I'm going to need a... Yeah, I'm going to need a fucking intimidation, please.
You want an intimidation?
Yes.
Can I assist?
100%.
Can I insist? Can I assist?
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Jesus fuck. Okay. 9, 10, 11.
Nathan, does that work? Does that work, Nathan?
I think that's going to work. It goes,
Nathan, did I just convert a non-believer to the truth of the Imperial cult?
Perhaps.
Thank you. That's a rough point for me. Thanks, guys.
Okay.
I did not expect to get that one.
Please, I'll say anything. Please, I'll tell you anything you want. Please don't hurt me.
You can start by telling us the truth. Take it away, sister.
Sister.
Where is the container?
The one that was stolen?
The one that never appeared on the manifest.
I don't know where that is. Please.
You took it.
No, some men have been down looking for it down here, but we don't know.
Goldwyn said you know different.
Try an insight to see if I believe him.
You can certainly try an insight.
Can I use a glory point for an extra dice, guys?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Do it. Do it, darling.
Can I lower the
2?
difficulty of that by saying Goldwyn says you know different?
From what you can tell, that he is telling, as far as he believes, to be the truth. Like, he does not know where that. He doesn't know that there is a. Excuse me. He doesn't know where the container is. However, it strikes you as odd that he already knows the location or the existence of it. Bearing in mind that very few people do, and other gene stealers that you have spoken to in the past did not know of the existence of a second container.
Who's dishing out the weapons? Where are you getting them from?
I just have a. It just looks like he just draws out a small knife. He just quickly drops it.
What do you know of the container? I believe that you do not know where it is, but you know something. Tell me.
I'm picking up the knife.
Oh God! So here it comes.
Zephaniah, not the throat.
He like looks at you, Zephaniah, and you can clearly see like a hint of recognition there. And then quickly, some men came through earlier looking for it. They were looking for a missing container. Yes, the one with the guns.
Yes, what did they tell you of it?
They told us that they hadn't found it yet, and they were returning to this back to civilization. They said.
Can you describe these men? What were they wearing? Any insignias? Any symbols?
Scavengers. They drank a lot. They smoked a lot. They
Sounds like Sloppy Joe and the boys.
Sounds like Sloppy Joe.
Okay, second line of questioning. What do you know about grandfather?
You see that you thought that he had fear in his face. Now he has true fear because we've heard that we've heard that something like it is back. We've heard that it's returned to the station.
You heard any whisperings of where it may be lurking?
There are some, yes. I can show you. I can lead you there. I just don't want to get too close. It affects the mind.
You mean like your midwife?
The midwife? What about her?
Well, she had certain abilities.
Oh,
Saying grand.
The midwife used her powers for good. She helped us for so long.
Turn to the rest of them. Shall we let him lead us?
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
Go on.
Go for it.
Where the fuck did the gene stealer get a bolt gun out of?
That the gun has been in our family for hundreds of years.
What do you mean your family? Sanctuary hasn't been there for hundreds of years.
You see him for a. Can I get an insight, please?
No. I'm gonna reroll those failures. How many?
That's your last wrath, I believe. Yes.
Nope. I got one left after this.
Okay.
So I complete my quest. So, 26.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a 5.
5.
Look.
Goddamn.
He looks and goes, no, we haven't been in sanctuary for more than 3 years.
Oh, so where did the bolt gun come out of?
No, it's from you actually see him look over for the briefest of moments at Zephaniah. He goes, it's been in our family for generations.
You
What do
keep
mean the
saying
gang,
that,
the
what do you
family?
mean?
So they're connected to the gene stealers?
He just looks over at you again, Zephaniah.
Eyes on the ground slag.
So it came from the gang, the family, which you are associated with, yes?
Before we were freed.
And they have bolt guns?
Just the one, as far as I know. They might have other things now, but
I did. Okay, I wasn't aware that the gang had fucking bolt guns, but sure, whatever. Guess they don't anymore.
I have a question for our friend here.
Mm-hmm.
Why are these machines trying to wipe you out?
Why
And
would
I point
they
to
be?
the
We're trying to
servitor.
wipe them out.
I point to the murder servitor.
I think it's because we're cursed.
In what way?
Did what? That in our blood, we have the
In the
curse.
way that they are Xenos slave.
I was implying as to why or how a Xenos can be cursed. They're already cursed. That's what I don't understand.
We are not.
No.
I would say I was cursed. They are just the Xenos.
Yes,
He,
I agree. Exactly.
and
Any other questions
It's just logic.
for our friend?
please,
Can we shoot him now? Or
Please,
do you
we-
want
we
him to
only
lead us
came-
somewhere?
we only came down here to make peace, to be safe.
Nobody fucking asked. Shut your mouth. I'm talking to the sister.
He's going to
do I-
show us where grandfather may be lurking.
Fair enough.
We could use a guide down here. That's a rather sound idea, actually. But he's not getting
Do
the
I-
knife back.
Do I detect anything off of him? Like, does his face twitch? Because I was about to say, if you're cursed, then why is it hunting us as well?
You can ask him that.
Yep, I do.
Give me an insight, please.
Just in case he knows anything. Probably don't. Fuck it. Save the glory.
Use the good boy points.
Good. Use a good boy points.
Feel free to use
Use
it.
it. Use it. We got 4. Use it.
I'll just use one.
My face just went pretty uncanny there. You couldn't see it. I was like, why is it
What?
hunting us too?
Three.
Give me another
Sorry, what?
d6, please.
I don't think that worked.
Why
maybe
why do you keep rolling?
Yeah, because you've rolled.
I don't. Oops, right now this thing's kind of broken.
Okay,
I
we're
haven't
taking your
clicked anything.
first.
I was only clicked it once. It was
We'll
meant to roll through 4. It was meant to roll 4 dice,
Okay, so
but the additional didn't work onto it.
just roll another
Well, I
2d6.
just- Roll 2d6.
Yes, please.
Yeah, just type it out. /roll.
Roll 20's
There we
getting
go.
to that time, folks.
1, 2,
So
3,
that's
4, 5.
2, 3. Yep.
Mhm.
No. Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5. No.
No, yes. No. Hold on. Wait.
1, 2, 3, 4,
No,
5.
you.
No,
Five
no,
is
no,
five
no,
as
no,
five.
no. Yes.
Yeah.
You see his gaze once more pan over and look at Zephaniah almost unintentionally.
Hey, I'm asking you a question.
Him,
Yes.
he's cursed like I am. And he's
What?
like,
The servitor.
Who?
he is gesticulating his head at you, Zephaniah.
Alright.
I'm looking
That's
over my
Finally.
shoulder as well.
What's your point?
Proof.
In what way? Like a Xeno or like a Xeno curse?
What do you mean? You can be cursed in different ways. That's a bit harsh. I'm not a Xeno.
I mean, she's cursed.
My broad's just like, don't worry about it.
People say I'm cursed.
No.
Explain the curse.
In his blood, we are family.
Gathered
Of course,
that
it's
much.
part of the family. We've known this for ages.
Unfortunately, I've gathered this much.
Tell
Are
us
you-
something
Yeah.
new.
Well, he's not exactly hiding.
Oh, there's. Well, hold on. He might not say anything anymore.
Sorry, dear.
Drama going on.
There's been a slight roll there.
That's a fucking roll, all right.
Can I block it?
You can attempt to, I suppose.
It depends if it's a shotgun or if it's a knife, though.
That is,
Yeah,
is that a
that's
shot?
true.
Is that a
Yeah.
shotgun or is that a knife right now?
Depends if that is about to be ousted, so you might pull out the shotgun. Just
Yeah, sure. What weapon are you attacking with?
That was a knife.
Yeah, I will attempt to parry. So what do I roll?
Okay.
Weapon
Is it-
skill, I think.
Yeah, I don't think parrying is like really a thing, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
parry.
yeah.
Death
Ah!
roll typically is a
Can you
parry
only
on it.
Can you parry when it's intercepting an attack for somebody else, or is it only when you're attacked?
I don't know if you could
Parry,
do
you
it in
can
full
use these
I don't know if
weapons
you
to
can prevent someone else from getting hit in full combat, right? But
The guy gains +1 to his defense. Call it that. 'Cause that's what parry does. You
Suppose
gain
that works.
+1 to defense against melee attacks, whilst wielding parry weapons.
Let's just tell him.
Maybe roll like combat initiative to see if you like
Yeah.
reach it fast enough to react, and then
I would have said like weapon skill test.
Maybe something. But like
I think initiative would be good if you both roll
I don't
initiative.
know.
Yeah. Rule of cool
'Cause it's like, nobody was
initiative.
expecting Zeph just to stab him.
Yes.
Initiative.
And
Especially when you have inhuman speed.
that is also true. I think
Yeah.
Zeph should also get let's say +2 dice to this.
Right.
So for both of us.
Yeah.
Or
You don't get +2 dice. Zeph does.
Yeah, Zeph's
he's
got the
cursed.
surprise in this.
Oh, complication.
Is that just
no.
no? What's your
Well, it's-
initiative? Roll your
it's
initiative.
Just,
Sven.
I don't think you get a complication on an initiative roll. I think it's just accept.
Oh, sorry. Initiative, attributes.
So
This
under
is-
combat rolls.
Oh,
Well, your 2 dice doesn't do anything. So far it's sitting on 2-0 cat.
Do you see where the combat initiative is, Joe?
I'm looking for
You're on the
It's
combat
on the-
tab,
on the
and then
combat
it's under
tab.
rolls.
Yeah, combat tab, right hand side, past health.
So you've got defense, speed,
Oh,
rolls, shield,
okay.
rolls, and combat initiative.
There we are.
Ooh!
Oh,
Time for using one of those wrath.
do you want to use a wrath there, buddy?
Yeah, you bet.
Would you like to use?
You need to beat a 2.
Would you like to
That's
use some glory to boost the number of dice you got?
No.
Can I use my adrenal gland?
No, you have already used that.
I know.
You can use
Remember-
Would you like to use a glory point?
No, he's not
Remember
allowed to use
if-
a glory point. I am saying no.
I think it's
You-
the majority.
No, it's
If
not.
you-
If someone disagrees, you can steal a glory point.
But you gain
I'm not gonna,
corruption.
I'm not gonna steal. I'm gonna use a wrath, right? But even though it's the same fucking roll.
You're going to
Roll
use
roll your
no,
D6 again.
a glory. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you were meant to
Also
re-roll
rolls.
3d6 if you were re-rolling. Thing like-
yes. Well, he
Oh, right.
has, and he
Yeah,
has
wrathful glory.
rolled 0 again. Would you like to use another wrath, or are you happy with that roll?
Did you not have the 2d6 for this as well?
He did, and it was a 2 and a 1.
Oh, is that in the bonus? Pulled dice?
Oh no, actually, it's a good point. Roll another 2d6, because you're using a wrath to roll those as well.
See if he gets 2 6s. He gets 1.
It's just
2
one.
1 cat.
So
Can't
You know
lose.
what? You know what? For the sake of the narrative, let's see how this goes.
So you're pulling your knife out, and you're gonna stick him. And Evangeline, what are you doing?
So I'm kind of holding on to the jeans dealer's scarf of his neck.
Mm-hmm.
As I see Zephaniah try to stick him with a knife, I just bring up my chainsword and knock the knife out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Confound it all.
And I turn around and say, "We need him right now."
What you need are answers, it seems.
We had, I think, all of us can say we had our suspicions, Zeph.
Considering you were trying to kill everybody that was telling us information.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry my big secret isn't exactly compliant to my livelihood.
That wig is fooling no one, mate.
Wait, it's the
You
wig.
want-
Wait,
you
wait,
want-
hang on,
That's
hang
not-
on,
oh,
hang on,
That's just rude.
hang on 1 second.
You want
The wig
you want
gave it away?
truth?
The wig gave it away for you? I thought it was just everyone that he murdered.
Yeah, there's the
That's just it.
murdering and the wig.
No, the wig. I thought the wig was real. To be quite honest.
Would
I'm
you
just
like
to be
to?
honest.
You want to hear the full truth? You want to hear the truth and nothing but the truth?
I mean, are
If
you
you're willing
telling
to
the truth?
provide it.
It's not necessary, but actually, yeah.
The Herald family has been doing business with these creatures for quite some time. How else is one going to get more? How else is one going to get on a good start if one does not spend a decent bit of time and effort? Fuck off, Paul.
Chrysa knows you. She knows the family,
Yeah,
so
she
it's like,
does.
hold on a minute. She doesn't say anything, but like,
My family and our name owe a lot of wealth to these creatures. Why the hell would I have you try and jeopardize that by having them talk about the fact that our families are business partners?
Let me tell you the truth. Lies more.
yeah.
It says our blood are cursed. Yes, because I have cousins in this family who married into it. That was the price we had to pay.
He's
This
lying.
fucker thinks I'm family.
He's very much lying. Look at him.
Oh, shut up, Zeno. What the fuck do you know? I was to assist Zeph in deception.
Oh God. Okay, come on.
You've not exactly done well with your marriage, though, in the sense that your cousins are blowing up their shops and you're stabbing them in the neck.
Business before pleasure.
So, anyone that's looking to get insight on this, I'm going to need some insight, please. Or deception as well. Deception also does work for this, by the way.
PvP versus a sister battle with a space marine.
Insight or what?
I'll
Sorry?
take my chance.
Deception.
They don't stand a chance.
Deception or perception?
Deception.
Deception. Could I use a glory for my insight?
Nope.
You may fucking not.
You can still use a glory if you want.
You just get
You
it.
just gain corruption.
That's a 3.
Well,
Insight or investigation?
insight. Insight, sorry. Investigations for looking for clues and shit. Okay. What's this? I know his name. I remember what his name is.
So we all know his name. It's called Zeph.
Zephaniah Herald for Ninth.
He literally told you he was the Herald family.
Cassius. His name's Cassius. I remember.
Okay, this is delusion.
Might I be completely frank for 2 seconds?
Thought your name
Yes.
was Odysseus.
You be quiet, or I will kill you. That's just.
And
honest
that was Nathan that said that.
And that was Nate, and that was Sean that said that. What do you want?
Okay.
Speak your mind, Angel.
Zephaniah,
Yes.
I could not care one way or the other whether you married into this family or you are one. I see you the same way as I see the frogs. Sanctuary Xenos. Genuinely useful to the Imperium, who does the job that needs to be done. Quite frankly, you seem to be working on our side, and for that fact alone, could not care less. Like, walk up to him for the next part, but if I find you spreading the taint of the rest of your brood, that's when we will have a problem. And I think that's more than reasonable. What do you think?
how can I spread the brood if I can't spread the brood?
Oh, of course.
You won't find me shagging any Xenos if that's what you're referring to, Angel. You have my word on that front.
Right.
Right. Now that that's settled, shall we
So we all happy?
move
Good.
on?
Peachy.
Probably this guy shuts up and shows us where he wants us to take us.
Please, yes.
I'm still confused as to why his cousin blew up the shop.
I can,
I don't know.
Anyway,
just don't
I
attack
I
over
kind of
there.
push the guy forward and go. Shh. Lead us.
it's towards the civilized sections.
Then we better move.
You know, it's
I whisper in Zeph's ear, do you ever need any wet work?
Maybe in one point, but now is not the time.
But remember, it has to be in the Emperor's service.
Of course. In who else's service would it be?
I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a good place to
I
wrap
think-
up.
Well,
Exposed!
That is a good little bit to end up with.
Almost.
I wonder how differently this would have went if Will was here. If he would be like, sisters, kill him!
Almost certainly.
Immediately shot him.
I think I'm going to call this one Joe Gets His Wig Snatched.
Fuck off.
It didn't happen, but he wasn't actually revealed.
He,
Nobody rolled an
technically,
insight and
that
passed.
is true. No one rolled an insight and passed, but you can believe what you wish.
Oh, he admitted
True.
from his own words. In his deception, he admitted.
That is true. That's the best kind of
It might
deception,
be
though, when you
equal
admit
to,
things.
but not actually be one. So,
Gonna stop recording there.